Hello. Enuanom ne adɔfo no. Yɛda obiara ase sɛ ne nso yɛsa ahyia mu ase. Boss Edire, nyame nhyira wo sɛ yɛnya nhyɛaseɛ koraa na wabɛtena akyire. Abusuafoɔ, mom yɛnya abɔtere na yɛntie n'asɛm no. Wobɛka sɛ n'asɛm nsusu ɛfa ho bɛyi. Ɛyɛ asɛm a ɛdi nkɛna yie ɛfiri sɛ mpanimfoɔ bu baabi sɛ wosum bɔɔde a sum kwadu na obi nnim ɛda ɛkɔm ɛbɛba. Wosum bɔɔde a sum kwadu na obi nnim ɛda ɛkɔm bɛba. Saa nso na yɛn mpanimfoɔ ebu baabi sɛ daakye asɛm nti ɛna yɛdɔkɔto kwadu a na yɛgyam ho. Daakye asɛm nti ɛna yɛdɔkɔto kwadu a na yɛgyam ho. Na yɛde bɛwie no, yɛka bibi sɛ neɛ sɛbieson aboa wɔwɔ aka ne da no, osuro, ohun sunsun na yɛde na osuro. Neɛ sɛbieson aboa wɔwɔ aka ne da no, ohun sunsun na yɛde na osuro. Saa asɛm a yɛbɛka ne nnɛ no, ɛyɛ awerɛhosɛm ɛfiri sɛ yɛkɔ yɛn nkyi a wo a na woni hɔ no, ma yɛwie a pɛ story no ne kɔhwɛ. Wo a na wɔ nso so no, ɛyɛ awerɛhoɔ ɛne yɛde bɛnkae awerɛhoɔ ne yɛde kae wɔ. Yɛn mu bi nso no, na yɛ hɔ but na yɛsua. But yɛnyini yi ɛbɛte nsɛm no mu emu ayi. Nti asɛm a mebɛka no, me a metewe a me ne mo bɛka yi no, ɛyɛ awerɛhosɛm ma me. Somewhere 83. Yɛnkɔ 81 ɛne yɛnkɔ 82. Somewhere 83. Yɛn ɔman Ghana ɛduru baabi a na ɛnyɛ mpaebɔ ɛna ɛnyɛ yɛ kɔkɔm ɛna ɛnyɛ yi. Ɛduru baabi a na ɛyɛ critical ankasa na ɛyɛ hu. Ɛduru baabi a wanhwɛ yi a aduane nti wo nua koraa no na ɔde sika bɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛkum a ɛnyɛ boapayɛ. Ɛfiri sɛ ɛduru baabi 83 no a yɛka no 3rd March. Ahyehyɛ ɛba yɛ ɔman Ghana mu. Na ansa na wei nyinaa ɛbɛsie no, na ɛdeɛ na ɛsi ɔman Ghana na nsutɔyɛ no ayɛ dɛ atekɔ na asesa. Na nsuo ɛtɔ a ɛntɔ mmerɛ a nkankɔfoɔ hia ɛde adu ɔmo nneɛma. Ɛtɔ nso so a ɛnyɛ deɛ dodo a nkɔwɔ ɔmo expect. Nti tama ahyehyɛ nhyɛ aseɛ wɔ March 83 no. Afei na Ghana ayɛ sum ɛfiri sɛ baabi ɛhye. Na deɛ ma ɛsa bɛyɛ den na asɛm no ɛsa bɛyɛ awerɛhoɔ no sɛ saa mmerɛ mu hɔ naa no ɛna na yɛn nkurɔfoɔ a yɛbɛn wɔ mo a ɔmo yɛ sɛbieson yɛn nuanom a ɔmo yɛ Nigeriafoɔ ɛnso so no president no wahyɛ sɛ Ghana must go. Asɛm a mekan deɛ afei deɛ bi a obi wɔ hɔ a afei na ɔbɛte aseɛ. Nti yɛwɔ baage bi koraa na ɛnɛ yi nyinaa no kɔ yɛ market a yɛwɔ saa baage ne ato no den Ghana must go. Na saa asɛm wei no gyimidi awerɛho yie. Ɛfiri sɛ nipa dodoɔ more than 2 million. Emu 1 million deɛ na ɔmo yɛ Ghanafoɔ na ɛwɔ Nigeria. Na yɛama ɔmo 14 days sɛ ɔmo yɛ dɛ ɔmo mfiri Ghana, ɔmo mfiri Nigeria na ɔmo nkɔ ɔmo kurom. Saa mmere nyinaa mu so no na Ghana so no yɛtoto yɛ bɔdam. Nti obi wɔ hɔ a na ɔmaame, obi wɔ hɔ a na ɔpapa, obi wɔ hɔ a na ɔfa, obi wɔ hɔ a na ɔnua. Me a mete wɔ yi, ɛnyɛ afei na bɛka me deɛ, but awɔsen agu me. Kɔ saa da no, saa mmerɛ no na awerɛhɔ. Yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛdeɛ yɛn Ghana for isitie ye kind of hospitality obi ba ofi a usa nsuo na akosa no nsuo no finfin a nipa no kasa na de mejonso okete so ana enti da bia ne yesa nsuo yesa bebrebe obi ba o se eja mensa kan na mu nyina matrase na mo ayedai matrase na modidi eduru 1983 no na obi besra wa wote se obi kan ago na watamoduane na de ahye wakonya wote eso ase na watamoduane na de akwhye wo mpa ase na wakonya na kosi o gate echi efiri se enye wotirimu na eten na emom de aka wa woni wo yere ne no ma ana wo nuanum ana wankasa wo ubedie na bia wo de atwen owuo sebi so sa 83 asemu no wo a wonnim no bo modern so behwehwe efisi mprempi no eya na yeyire mfi abakosem na ye abakosem so enye gina so ene yede yede ebobra so yire fi abakosem a mprempi no wo ho kirewo nti 1983 ahyehyehye bai nsu awie nsu awie ebai and the same time yem nuanom ne papa no ye ofoma ye ofanoma no mo Nigeria so no yesa pam wo ebi mu bewu wo border so efise no mu gugu car so pictures ni bi wo bewia mehwehwe na me de akire ana awrehuye yakwa from yakwa echi so a 1972 nanka ye papa Kuto Champon ade abase Operation Feed Ghana, Operation Feed Yourself ebeduru 74 no nanka Ghana ayo self sufficient but isansa san na mrem wo no na niema na ekokoso ye no political unity no antime nyina ana 83 ekom ne baaye enti wo a woni menken anasa wonte menken ni da no menken ni eye menken na yedie no menken ni yede ne de no na de na de ne edidua menken no no na ne edidua nti menken ni menken ni ye ndua eni na emum yedidua na wanya ababe pai menken na paapa mu ne wa hata ewo wiem na wo ya otutom na de gum se de dua ba yire pepepe enso tama 1983 ba no na menken ni eja hye no eno ena na yem papa nom eni mamem ekonam afuom na o makofa ena o de aba ena edidi 1983 na ye papa nom eni nananom ne mamem ede ye bo edua kashire entoma kwa de bi ena na o mu de kogugu ekosan lie ne efre ne lie ana ye be che dokono a ye no aye government die bruba no de ama omom no dokono no ma no dokono oma ye dokono no omo ye dokono na afi wakosan lie osan lie a na ye de dokono ma na de kofi no akono a na one obusuafo adi ahyehyehye enti na woni anwode kwa na watima kohwehwe nam satam de nam so bai because ye ahyehyehye enti no na okonwuram ba bia na obekwa koto se wansane na eja hye no wawu no da ho kusie ne eja hye no wawu no da ho na no na wanhwe na se mukohia mu be 5 a na mo anya botra wanhwe mu ba ku beku ne nyanko efise obia pese otam sa na amne de ekofie ene 2024 ye ba ne 2024 ya me no mi ne timu ya ye nyanru ahyehyehye de but akakakra adentira ye say ensuo nto se de 1981 ete no 1982 na ete no ensuo nto na echi nso so no ye no ba ntimi ma ana duru December nso a ye kon north a ye soro ho na ehon so so no enkofo December na ahyehyehye ba ho efise enkofo so omo be de won pekusie nam ayede awe efise kusinam e de krasne government ye government de aduane nti we de ya omo de omba himura na omo akonyom kosia ayede awe nti 26 August ya etwam you know Yemra shebejafo Johnny Mra shebe Johnny Dr. Echampon atnase hu se wa mani na ensi fomo a eniyema bi befe oman Ghana se nti wahye se ema obia emfa ebro akoto se ye kan grains na obia eni ho kwan so de bedai ode beko amanone na se de be ya obetima hye mu kena na enkofo bedi so nti no wode asrafo ye kan asrafo a soldiers akosisi borders ye hye so Ghana hye so se omo hwe se obi mfa grains no na ye bro ni akoto ni nyama enko outside Ghana na omo hye mra ni wie no ana omo saye omo adwen se okay ya hye wie dia obi a olusu sa ne niema na efu this year no ye be patano 1,000 Ghana cedis 1,000 Ghana cedis na adia enu nti ama ye hye mu ase ambese kasa ho fa ho na ye de kane abakosem no ede toto ho no eno ama mani ambre because eya me ye yie ene se sa 1,000 Ghana cedis no enye okuani bia ne benya bi o omo hectares ene betimenya bi the 1,000 Ghana cedis wo 1 hectare 1,000 Ghana cedis ye wodia na mibusa me ho se dodo sei ene wo nofo ene omo wo ye saa ba bia ahokyere aba no omo wo hectares hectare no 2.5 acres of land ene be 1 hectare enti se aban ye aban ana mra shebedwafo na transe hu se omo betimi aye bi na omo de anso omo de omo be enso omo be ma 1,000 Ghana dia na omo nua bibia na omo nye bibia te se sebieson wadware obafan sebieson wadware obafan owi a osate efomwa because 1,000 Ghana na aban ede ato se wode be ma ekuyefo no se ekuyefo no enye omo ehia wo no na wo koye de okoboa wo na omo ye de omo sika dada enti na minu mi ne betan se ye nyina na ye bedwe ho abobo adwene kwan ye betimi afa so ye betimi age oman Ghana si ho wo ye nso so ye fa ye de ye betima ye ma oman hu hia Ghana man eye wala wodia eye media ye nyina ye dia moma ye nyina ye mbom na ye sori na ye fa ba koye emfa nyere oman Ghana ho oman Ghana be ye ne bekoso a ne gina me no mienu so menka se wo de wo mfa ho menka se wo de wo hotel menka se akwa okra na yemfa no free buy na si besua free abakosem anase history anase story na ye de ato aso nti opening legend pacho me makwa
the boss mechi a no otiefo nyina ene o panel no obi a o hwe obi a
tiefo ejoso Mr. Ferris me pacho me makwa
Yo, ja, nyanum obia yechi obia that's it. So, mo haina so yo.
Okay, bia enso joso. Said ye hu no. Ye na ban. Ye mra shabedwafo, omo di enso. Omampani ene ni mpani fo matena se omo bema 1,000 Ghana. Emma okweni bia ayopa it is 1,000 Ghana ye pataw for obi a wo 1 hectare na me pese me hu mo adwene na ye dwene hu wi a afa ni ye hu kwan ye betimi afa so a omo a we ni bia nso omo so no de ni betimi de be ni betimi de abo omo ye se challenge ba na sɛ wotumi find the solution ɛma challenge na ɛyɛ yiedie ɛma obiara nti ɛno nti na agya mene mo abɛhyia mu a meda mo ase.
Yo, boss, that's it. Say, my question, what to say, friend, say, Yemra Medrin, say, yeah, pharmacy, say, livestock, or say, crop, or you know, Arabishim. I soon idea what have Rubia. Then the one about Yemra Medrin, the state of farming who Ghana, and the cost from the Ministry of Agriculture. Senior young pardons I change with the raining season, you know. I affect farmers, no. You're planning. Now, as I ever started, you know, I had I was able to issue disclaimer said, as I ever come here, and yet the final answer. Yeah, I dream they will have it to and I dream I had to so they are now. You bet here amount for nice. When it comes to Omwa, ya elected almost officials, almost state Ghana affairs when it comes to agriculture. And you know, say any political show, but you free, you leaders free, science institutions, and almost shemra, and almost making decisions. My end, in the same way, I can ask your farmers, the final consumers, no, and Ghanaians as citizens, no. Definitely, some people who have can it's your own nice, and so be it. It has to be that way. Now, boss, as somehow okay, me na friend I may share okra na ultra dream bass. And I may so question will be something I may true say oh Ministry of Agriculture. Now on blockade importation of food stuff into my country, but blockade export of some food parts from my country. How do you equate this solution? I mean, it is maybe they make me import to be trashing be gumi chrome. Now a devalue maybe farmers prices that is one question. All share the import part, no, but all share the export part, no. And 1,000 also so the mame per hectare, no, 2.5 acres. How many farmers almost small scale are almost use more than 2.5 acres? But 1,000 no crano, 1,000 cities send them in no say. And dear empire ne bit me aboa me wo. And no baby medium, and I say. Well, greens, no, I said no baby a medium. At the end, 1,000 cities, no, a bay per Ghana economy now. And how did they arrive at this calculation? Because if the farmers need stakeholders, only want to agree. Oto high horse, so no making decision. No can open. Or no over 2.5 acres of land, the man 1,000 year or the bay. Or no, issues are communicating and I say, of course, 2.5 acres, but 1,000 citizens. Or no one can stand us out, Troy. Out then is actually communicating national sign. So 2.5 acres and net, number man 1,000 cities say, great and I say, in soon to Unema say, now, maybe a government may support 200,000 cities. And the by day is saying, again 1,000 or the bay. I bet my sustaining you, the farmer. So may never be say, but I start asking questions to find any part of the one opinion into a man and come to this decision. And Sakura and Beko history. So that is sending a meme started. And you may go back to history. Sending how can history per se repeating itself. But so also history who now corrective mistakes. Those they are there is nothing new under the sun. The Ekobano cycle and our minimal practice, and no one ever call ban of the same thing. It's 83. I think I'm started secondary school. Meaning they see pa maybe preparatory school because that's maybe stage 6. My trauma common entrance. My pass it because St. John's Form 1. I'm no fear. And 83 a community started here. A couple with governance, bad governance, and a climate in the society. Into control, your curfew. It's almost a day, baby. I mean, me a teenager. I mean, yeah, of course. I know me can the same things that Mr. Obin platform. So only Mr. Obin and Mr. Obin that cool. Ni prodigy. I am on in Iowa. Because the Ministry of Water and Water Force, also issue said our central region said there's a shortage of water. And I make me equate and say right now no yatrasi I'm here to Galamsey with Chrome. And Sana Ekufado this term we no baba so no. Okay, say or the presidency no better on the line to fight against Galamsey. That means Galamsey, it did more than 10 years because Akufo-Addo, the president, is now so over 8 years before the ban never. It Galamsey, it did over 12 years. More than 15 years. I don't know when it started, but you anyway to Galamsey to amount for a consistently almost say gun and few water bodies for the past 12-15 years. Enti yeguso ayese no na yeguso ayi tu Galamsey na yen tu ase no enti mo fo se die de besi enti mo fo se one region pay den su be short ana. So recently 2 journalists be aye bold akko one of the forest akko arrest Chinese nationals 3 aye almost citizens arrest. Now we pictures, new videos, buy now we na say any forest na say na farmers no in any forest no a daily bread. Now almost say no ne Galamsey no ne chemicals no more to gumu Ashanti region lower a baby no more can say a whole family any pabe 45 call Galamsey in right no money cancer 2. I got the news from my mom last week. Indeed, a who's to so quite young hitting. My mom fought to a for over 15 years because my mama last term, no, the last government now, the last term, no more year. And now we have issue for to 8 years. That means I don't know, took a come 20 years so and ye 2 year land in the sun, and ye 6 year land, ye come home she. It is for how long? Any big to side we are affecting the farmers. Into your questions. As I'm now about the questions they will be bringing to the people now know say government outlines 8 billion cedis agri supporter. Now we'll be breaking it down because of 1,000 cedis for 2.5 acres. Maybe 2.5 acres no kwede. Now we headlines so the cost any in the basic. So we I was here to find wondering. And that would be my introduction to the question. No, you go so. Remember panel. No, so yeah, research near Moody. But that's it.
That's it. Legend. That's it. Mr. Ferris. Mr. Ferris, Pachatimika. Okay. Yeah. Ate combo. Yabema Mr. Pamford so akwa. Opening Pachamwa kwaba.
Ije so menu.
Pachaboko there.
Yanko pondum na monso.
Yamiado. Pacha. Yahoye. Yansu Yahoye.
Yanko pondum. Legend Vichiao. Mr. Felix was here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm saying now, maybe call off like that. Yeah, until Mr. Pampo.
Vichiao.
Yeah, Chilbia. Oh, I don't.
2 days need one team
Nkuruma na benti no bosi ebeti nkan because you say eti nkan we be busa ye die. Sa na ti.
Anon kwa de nka binsiro. Anon kwa ya nka binsiro fa many Mr. Felix na omo de no modi ne simple but maybe de na dose. Say ya na obi.
Ori me man ha na egwu emi ho.
Ayo, Mr. Felix, manan ko. Yo, we dey asama da ho no asem kesu pa. So na measure value na da ho na 8 billion Ghana cedis.
8 billion Ghana cedis for now. Na chire no mami bo ma chire nyina. E chire no omo de $163 million. Omo baby omo de investment bia no omo de nkan hye no. Omo try so metwetwe de omo nyusu ye nyina aba no omo de abe support. Ndi for now the 8 billion, 5 billion are you ready?
Serious Ghana mine. Me kusania inuane kano. There are a lot of questions we need answers to this proposal. So 8 billion yo mo kan ho asemi ahepa na ebedu farmers in nchen. So omoka say farm bia benya 10 or friend then 1,000 Ghana cedi. Now 1,000 Ghana cedi no. A category of farmers been the being says cano. Maybe na be or shake kurasi or ye no or be president when ye be.
Maybe onye bi.
So this is another scheme. So now we vote to money no. We call a spade to spade. It's another scheme for somebody to enrich him or herself. So questions we hope I also nanka mfenifuno ebetimi anka omobeba na mabechechem ye because it doesn't really make sense. So now moreover no so one important question is this can if an FIBA. How are they raising that money? Well, because you do a development crowd chromo cry ekuboro. So you the IMF or pesca. Into the question I see beside who say this kaya buying air can was me. He property na ifi eba.
Or say
what
8 billion there. Say na can say na omo no on say of so far no my your budget into baby home to for baby. But $160 million in there a contingency fund. Contingency fund. No almost statement no. That's it.
Yeah. I some case partner that hosano. So but the bottom line is how is it going to help the farmer? And I say alleviate the problem in terms of the drought situation. How is this going to solve that problem? So I don't know. You go so I can't want some no. You back us up but Mama or friend Yenia Pamford. I'm also asking an introduction say why.
Yo, yeah, that's it. Yenia Pamford article. Na mpenifo mede adiwe ba na ye the credit bema mami penny nidino na me mo fan cheme or a journalist wo Ghana na nanka me pese me de neighbor but unfortunately no outside no so woni fie ntino ye ntimi ankasa but it's me use the pictures and I'm the by ntino se wotemi nka ye issue credit in there or no dia because so wanye sa investigation we na enka enya sa na ma we nyina a be show within a short instant nti baby will be no she Jackie says nidi in the channel nidi no nti ya mommy subscribe na yemfa enna na se nti misremo na ewia mommy subscribe she Jackie says a channel na yemfa na se wo sa we mkwetimi konya sa information bi beka wo nhwehwemu na medinya no na de ba ko a eye me ya mo nyimi ni se ade ba ko a na mi se mi tie mi tuno na mi tie se de me de bebe de me de bebe eno kwa na mi tuno ho a me tie ase sa we enyina no obi edi nkan hunu adwene ho enso so no ye gya to baby ena e ba no mpa cho mo hwa de should we continue to rely on rainfall for active farming? We 1983 Wednesday April 8 and I say I mean huni year okay mo fan cheme but
that was 83 right
83
and I can say addition yesua ha no any best practices are they be our partner ne ba on betire no and on the can say amanfo nsua now you fan go into your agri sector no any near because they say what do you mean for to nature so and near mess so we in a position say we team up with a group we team more materials how the be jumana team up partnership and as a starting in kakra they use best practices because sir asema you can't see 2002 almost the government only a similar import a banning on exportation of a cereal or grains near that. It had a negative impact on the farmers because say imagine say unya bumper cropping price a government na shout to home sana beton it the farmers umunya bumper cropping they lost because they couldn't sell it to anybody. I say every day me advocate say I dey put na okodo cocoa though who say a cash crop but why they set the price now recently now okra any pepper a bag price better than cocoa so why do I have to go and waste my time and spend so much money time 3 years spraying sani maneme nyina let me we are na abana ba be share atre me say cocoa no obeto no 800 and as 1,002 wa bra me yemeko a metimenya e bi a 1,000 and as meko ye shorter time and it doesn't take too much to do meko and as we have to force the government to know idea of BCCA farmers it was a year 9 free so no who say without us they are nobody been an obia chose say a food program on body buy they were omukra emo free China and omudi be a food program no na ye farmers no ye nuane na ye no e wo he almost na ye but e drew emra omuza ahokyere beba na e be gu mu anum ase a no ma be mia ye the farmers no we have to wake up because also ban importer adena ba be ban export again why afa import ho and then ye kra akoko taban preku prekontre ye bibia ni wa ye kra fa megu Ghana mu a me the farmer no produce no amount for even apple kra amount for kra apple free South Africa amount for kra South Africa kra na ba Ghana Burkina Ouagadougou omu ni issue e dey no omu timi ye kra jeni free ho And then one out the boy of farmers. I feel the 1,000 cities now are covered by. We have to wake up. Me say Kwekwana is in any atia. And Jacoba was also more anything. Because baby or nobody be Fabiano. I was so because to them on the same from say and these people they are not going to change. If this thing happen in 83.
Yeah. When is
the programs and education now the amount of farmers say sadly we ACBMT best support to farmers. US has here USD loan I demand farmers. Obako school free. Just a near the farmers who have incentives of farmers who want. And easy. Ghana pen a yembu farmers. Ko Israel ko he. Me see Ukraine ko air kontokwa. Mo see depending on grain so. Wabra e was as so chain omu. E was as better chain omu. These politicians ni omo mu di enim no masa any interest no mu pe. E was here raising up. We have to raising up as farmers. You know, other to us na
my hit you.
Oh, me hit you. Me who topic na me hit you from day one. To me so.
Eja du bache mo akwa.
Enu ya mejo so bacho motiminka.
Bachai.
Keton kabot.
Bacho dede wo ma mo vancha me baby am wonu mframa bopa anti.
Don't worry. Eja du we bache me say what the work it is in Mr. Menu. But said Mr. Menu ye introduction or say asemo ye beka na dey beti obi na so nti say ye beti na so onye dey on fanche.
No crowd there or the amount to football. Ye beti anan so ankasa. Ye nsire obi aso obi amfanche. Ye ba beti eti ankrofo na so why how no wunti adum no na ko. We are not here to beg anybody. Ye nya apologetic on anything because sometimes said yeah, na Mr. Menu Kano. Any questions are na brother Felix Ebisano. We have to think outside the box, not to stay enslaved to our own people. Because maybe or my press conference, portions of press conference, and say we meet journalists, and as a journalist, need be a tough question. Now, to me answer tough question, and you have to rubbish them. Journalists be beside the same question here. What they are told us for years, countries are planning on food security. People, predictors, any microphone, the intellectual capacity, are predicting ways of preserving food to avert food security. Now, say we catch into Obisa minister and say, in this instance, are they claiming said they have failed in their operations? Now, Deputy Information Minister was a wine or baby or no so free sim or free north. No, Bekach he say he cannot blame the ministers to have failed because a man can't seem being show man. Fairly, will you ban exportation of goods? Will you carve out money? Say what they call import it near man. Now, where these people think say Ghana for Jimmy and me. Now, I made the pass say Mr. Menuka Simbi say at this point, Niama bi wo hɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛgya dua. Ɛwɔ sɛ yɛgya nneɛma bi dua. Ne yɛdua deɛ yɛn day to day yɛhia wɔ fie a yɛbɛdi. Cocoa, yɛn mpanimfoɔ ne nya wɔn adwene sɛ ɔmbɛsi cocoa processing and value additional plant bi a yɛngya dua. Ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo dua bi a ɔmo nkɔyɛ state farm. Na ɔmo ankasa ndua. Na ɔmo nya ɔmo adeɛ. But the regular farmer should not depend on cocoa. Cocoa is a cash crop. The cash crop ni yedin keka yedi atoso. Ebro, mako, jenny, tomatoes, a cash crop. And no, sikaba win semuntem every 3 months we harvesting. Who catch them say cocoa mum na cash crop. By definition of cash crop, Professor Fono, they should tell me what a cash crop is. Is it something that brings money to you regularly, or it is something that comes once in a lifetime? What you cocoa no say akatisi cocoa so that whole year no wujuma wa yin and waboka. Se cocoa so na mframa bo nsuo to kese na flowers ni nyina purugu a cocoa farmer no that year obebu ada. But aburo se e farmer na e kan to form kra na se mbu a aburo ni benyin. Wantimi antwan ama na wo a utwa na aburo mu na wo no aye beto. It is money. Now Omo ka sembi say sesi ade ohun say they've been able to make money. They've been able to bring things together. Say omo raise $500 million. So $500 million. So no, the question is say obia government upon government aka kire say this particular government omo was so a minister we can who be. They were the ones that promised one village one dam. They were the ones that promised one constituency, one warehouse. They were the people that promised, say, they were going to move from taxation and importation to self-sufficient. Then, omo keka borofo akese bebre. So, my question is, what is the impact of all those things? Where have they reached? Ehin omo do, edian omo ye. Out of all that, why are we now facing drought and natural disaster? My friend said natural phenomena yet the drought no keke. Amane ye bani importation. Oh, and na Mr. Manu can say be war legend program no so about Galamsey. The Galamsey menace no any niama ne sunsun sanswo no dodo na no na ye hu ne yo because young people, any other farmers, and come use woman say dear bro here and there, anka ebe feed their immediate community. No, so phone no, yet to Galamsey. So now we are relying on the people who don't have gold in their land or who have not discovered gold, who are using their land to plant. They are now the people we are relying on. And yeah, I can say without fear or favor, say there are people in government who are engaging in these Galamsey issues. And it's a more ankasa more saying say no at the pesika gumu bottom the top V8. Na komo de yan na mo be ka kire say won so mo ka say omo budget na omo ye no omo twitwa budget ni ho bi repositioning and all those nonsense to generate some money, right? No problem. And the second phase of the money now is going to come from our international developmental partners. They are going for loan. Development, you need developmental partner. You need developmental partner. Your loan officers, your developmental partners, because if they were developmental partners, they would have taken care about where the money goes. Say proposal now what they buy and they will follow through. But obo obosia we are on fa ho de wo de koye. Uko jina bank na uko je bank loan na obedu fie na wo yere nyem na wo de kohwe wo yere antenatal no wo a bank manager begini sika on fa ho de wo sika no koye. Wo de kodro buru na wutwa buru no na wutua wo de kwa obeji, but on fa ho ne de wo sika no koye after you leave the banks. And the fact is, say all these people they are branding as developmental partners. They are not. They are our lenders. And the lender gives you money. They don't care. All they care about is say, oh, loan na mature na wo babetia. And that is a big problem. They see as 1,000 cities are now calculated per hectare. Mr. Pamford, they say fertilizer one bag 15 and I say 20 and I say 15 10 and they can one bag is saying that 1 hectare no, how much will it cost the farmer to spray a bro 1 acre and I say to fertilize 1 hectare 1,000 cities now labor cost you're saying transportation you're saying. Oh, these are some of the insults they rain on our fathers and our farmers, which raises eyebrows and which pisses some of us off. But Nipana, they are not ready to rise up and reason and think. And that is where the problem is. And then the yebeti be nominaso, and the yebeti apa, ye ba ne memum, ye be yamon crofo 9, into winning say 9 ya, Clinton chain, Naboa, because we are not going to spare anybody. We are not going to spare anybody. So what you say what they call cocoa, stop planting all those branded cash crops, Plant something your family will need to eat every day. Say ye nyina no ye jai cocoa dua. Na ye sha ase say ye dua bro banche. Ye dua bode a ye hia ne da bia our daily way na the people will begin to reason up. They will begin to think, say now they cannot take us for a ride anymore because so the Ghana din kobo bosia say a cocoa syndicated loan. Now what they ba na cocoa farmer no ne kwan ontimi nantimpo opemfo ye de opemfo tontomam enemre 2024 ye ntimi mfo opemfo mfa car abobo ya na ye de opemfo tum na ye de na ne nam nkwan chen ansa na ye de na ko hospital. What is the use of the cocoa syndicated loan? What is the use of it when the cocoa farmer is not getting a direct impact? And I ask again the question, and Mr. Menubisani say, how many farmers and who among the farmers is going to get 1,000 cedis per hectare? Because Ghana, no, your biggest export, yam. Yam is our biggest export. Into why are they not banning? Why are they not slashing the yam export into half? And circulating the yams into the other markets for other people to get to shift from grains to food. Now, yam preservable grains for poultry and other animals, so we can increase our protein intake. And I say, yen changing the modification. We can modify our animal feed. We can change those things. But the first question is, why are we not thinking outside the box? Yet say BBC blown out of proportion near the Kojebosia. Now no, they are looking for problems to use it to go and borrow money. Why? I'm in fancy how the question be why to us. That's it. Yes, sir. No, oh, Charles, any brand they are bad because we said they're not Mr. Menu Kano. So we should krum ha. The way I treat farmers, the way I'm respected farmers, the way our farmers what privilege. A farmer can walk into the bank with the farm attire and people will respect him.
Yeah.
But Ghana, for warranty to go in a bank, security niba pamo waka actually say corner ko change and now rumpa one go abontina for 90 from for bank forgetting say you are the one that is feeding the person they respect in suit. Everybody eats in our dispensation. Everybody eats from the president to the last libra. Who feeds them? It is the farmer. But in our own society, the farmers are being least respected. And a bar near use farmer as a milking cow near the Akodiska, near the Sikanaba, near Beche, Nankanya Semon Yanka, Cocoa scholarship, na ministers. Ena ya de mo no dia ko school na cocoa farmer ba etie kura ase yesi wa opase ye wanyo obi ahwehwe no nti waka kura ho ontimi nkọ ba bia they cannot move forward. The cocoa farmer cannot even buy a spraying machine, ontimi nto chemical fence spray and no na ema nkrofo kum omu eno ba ye because machine ba ko no this spray with this side no and one of this road or this spray the pesticide and one of this spray bibia, so they are contaminating their own food. It's not because it is the will of the farmer, it is because the farmer is not being supported. It's because the farmer is not being respected, and that is a big problem. I mean, frankly, I mean that's it.
Yadu, yeah, that's it. I'm sure. Mr. Bamford, but online net imagine so.
Network no. Minyanko usual place or but as a teacher meeting. In fact, this has been an issue. I always contemplate about as to say you was sensitive government and I say you sensitive government. Not currently, but abanya bako ho 7 ayeka. Sometimes say ekobase issues be to say arise here. Obi oye very much concerned about Ghana bia ebema nadwen akoso. Because I said not quite recently, baby 3 months ago, me sorry how much. Now me dream Ghana ho begin on issue. I don't know what came over me that day. Because we have everything it takes to develop this nation. But here na me bisa me ho say mpanimfoɔ no sabi ɛyɛ adwene a yɛde bu man ɛna ɔmo ni anaasɛ nyansa a yɛde bu man ɛna ɔmo lake anaasɛ ɛyɛ aboro. Very serious.
Mr. Pampo said no there be so me so being can say anza to be pay you know see you free you and enough na entity ebe ni depending ya okwa ofo se okọ ho no o ma no sa position na wo friend pay you know entity ebe ni wanya o de be sesa ayi bibia ma.
Good. Okay me da say ofamenu ade oho ne say da bia me kan asem bi say Ghana ho omo mbetimi ebu Ghana man pa hiafo ma. We understand say yekase komwa yetiase say yekase ohia hiafo ma tiase yekase ahokyera otiase say saafo no at times ya no go training pa ofie when they assume position most of them obi oho wo papa say obeye bibi but the people surrounding him or her and the never be obstacle among na da bia me can say Ghana ho ya na ya dwen akọ politicians nko aso hwe et say electricity use see you do lighter you see ECG by you ref say VRA enama ECG power ma Grico power na Grico aba be ma ECG power. Sometimes problem be o why be ba if Grico if ECG ba ECG na benyen ya yenim wo mu nti wo mu so din ya na yebebo. Policy makers, they are the people destroying this country. They are the very people destroying this country. So oma ye policies ato yeah, aban bia no matter o political affiliation oba eno na ofa edi so a enka oman no ken ko sei na me da bia me ka say me president obeka so obeba obesesa Ghana constitution no sa president no de me ye bia me jai na my campaign ama no. Why? Oh yes, dear yes ye ne say so oba aban mu a o sori akonwa so ne e kene ese etimi fra ototo wa.
Okay.
Oh, so why you ebon wan kasa ho ban say.
Me pacho nyabotrema me.
Okay.
Na wunda bia opeso ko but o atwere ade bi nti me pese me gi wo efa ho. O say this is national issues of which you need to succeed. Okay. Nti say uji se nipa do say ye nipa hende Ghanaians hende sikwa nipa do say na sa de me yeken e form say what is wo kan obegina watie bi no wa che na adwene. On say no ye kai aban yon but a year visa aban so no ye ya ne aban no
anya
na ba che me boa
anya
ni aban no na ye ne vote aban no
me ba cho yes ye ne vote aban no me ba cho and push me to that war because of a man who didn't can asem bi ye hiti hwe se ekobasa akonwa to ofie ohun na ye pe obi amena kwa akodia se sabi omo modwen mo ha no do so we will appoint omo modwen mo ha enti ode ma me fa no so ha push me to that war yes e bia emwo
mate ode to
so galam sense mo yo hu se ye ba so a metimi kan bi pa ma ne yi because I live in a community they do galamsey but me nye bi da even at the time one
you always say wa people nim hwe ma me acute water shortage and a cholera and a jedun so de bet misameno de beto so say share sa before say be live from me share sa you know so video no a journalist no omo ye ko che wo mo no ndom ko gina Tano Bridge so mo share nsuo no na nsuo a ye be Tano Bridge arehosem awosia gume tama na yiswa no me classmate Tano Bridge no say bridge no so na mo Tano nsuo de okọ e de ne ko because na nsuo na yiri na fe nsuo na esiwo kakraka na ne nyina nim no fe de ultimi ginemo and antimudia. That means says there's something can areho ntimi jamo ato aso.
Hwɛ. Yama kwanya ma hoho ɛsɛ yɛ man ɛmaye. Na deɛ wo nyinaa ne sɛ yɛndwen daakye. Kuro bi yɛ friend sɛ paase na ekuro bi wɔ hɔ mo friend sika yɛ nwe. Sɛ wonya sika na wonya biribiara after sika na chi dan biem na wɔ hɔ. And obiara ntimi nka nkyerɛ me sɛ firi akɔlaa so ekosi yɛ mpanimfoɔ mo wɔ soro paa so ɛna obi asɔre ondidi yɛ. And saa nneɛma no dan na de ba ɛyɛ nsuo ne asase ɛna de saa adeɛ no ɛbrɛ yɛn. So if we are very much conscious about the future of this country, this is an emergency call for us to bring this one to an abrupt end. Ɛyɛ ɔko kɛseɛ o. Hwɛ nansan cocoa board for ba baabi a me farm ɛwɔ. Ɛna ɔmo ka sɛ me ne baako di nkɔmmɔ. Ɔgye me namba. Ɛna ɔkyerɛ me sɛ panyin paa na ɔwom no panyin paa no ni ɔbaa me ngye ne namba. Ɔwɔ bibifoɔ yɛwɔ problem bi. Sɛ yɛhyia obi a yɛhwɛ no sɛdeɛ ɔgyina hɔ na then we judge the person by sɛdeɛ yɛhu no. Na ɔmo tu kɔɔeɛ no ɛna na mɛka kyerɛ the guy na mede no wɔ afuom hɔ ne sɛ panyin wei sɛ bi na ɔbaeɛ ne sɛ bi a mede me motorbike normal one na me use no deɛ me use kɛseɛ no baeɛ na ebi a mapake a nka me ne di nkɔmmɔ nkɔde mbɛdi nkɔmmɔ. Why? Because he may feel say ɛnyɛ normal farmer no why dey wɔhyia no no because sɛ bi a wokɔ afuom na wode motorbike ɛbɛyɛ bɛyɛ 60,000 na ɛkɔ afuom ɔmmu sɛ woyɛ normal saa. But wey deɛ ɔbaeɛ ne apake yɛka ne sɛ 11,000 13,000 deɛ ne bi na ɛwɔ hɔ. Nti ohun sɛ you are a normal farmer. Baako no ka kyerɛ me sɛ balam sɛ yɛn mpanimfoɔ naa na ɛyɛ o. Yɛn mpanimfoɔ naa na ɛyɛ.
Yeah.
Forest a woba yɛ area ya reserve no for years. Ɔhwɛ galam sɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ. Sometimes Dr. Kofi wo hu saa nneɛma a he cry. Nti sɛ adwene ɔman no daakye paa. Saa nneɛma no wo deɛ yɛmfa chemicals ne adeɛ ɔmɔde yɛ adwuma no koraa nto nkyɛn. Nka yɛbɛhu the need for this call. Nka yɛbɛhu. Na awerɛho papa because
Mr. Pamford, na adene ya awerɛho na ya awerɛho a yɛka. Ɛno na yɛnyɛ ɔpanin bi akɔtena hɔ a ɔro ne se farmers na mo ayɛ yɛ no 1,000 cedis ne ba no farmer mo. Na 1,000 cedis ne kura no one ne farmer. Enti me no ɛdum sɛ hwɛ see adeɛ deɛ start no sɛ ɛna meka sɛ ɔmo yɛ civilians, ɔmo yɛ just ordinary journalists, but ɔmo tumi cause arrest, citizen arrest. Enti na ɔsɛ amanfoɔ take kill wɔ saa de wei mu ne yɛ nyinaa yɛ ma yɛn nsa so yi ka sɛ baabi a ebehu galamsey bia wɔ yɛ vicinity bia no ɛkɔfɔ na ɔsɛ arrest ɔmo ne yɛde ɔmo ma police for. Na the more a yɛyɛ saa no it takes only 1 or 2 incidents bill na obehu say revolution has started. After obehu say community bia behu say hey say ye krankofo ye betimi achi wo mo so police kra from na mo ma ye ne ye betimi achi wo
say say over no mo nyina ye galamsey for
but also say me the also say
Or say, Mr. Opache say police in a from Pennsylvania,
Oba Omunyina galamsey for say police for no ye bi community no mu no obi
No,
aye.
see,
But one
see,
say
but
the legend the wo kan won.
Mhm.
Just yesterday there was a video in Nigeria. A Nigerian young man be sorry. There is this trafficker. Among for in the traffic and so. Obia bua no wabu esi nchen. Some ebinum kra jump curb no esi the oncoming traffic no lane no because a no traffic in ho into Russia wa no war left no ma jump ko right. And people have among for full pavement any idea just to jump. And a brand any train that day. A young man not trained that day. Unim say the breakers of the rule were even police officers, police
Uh-huh.
car. And I grant any did Yako Jine and catch the police officer and he says, so you're bear on cross or best smashing. So he turned the police car around. And among for the same community no protecting, no people started begging, they are police people. Allow them not say the police is not above the law. The policeman is supposed to tell the civilian to stop. But when you are doing it, how do you fight the people? Mobilized. Within a short time, he had gotten about 15 honest young men. Now everybody stayed in line. And traffic now, among for jump cross or amana achesono. Or yes, and everybody started moving at a steady rate. And he said, say, obi oye civilian etimi akwachi galamsey ni a na yen nyina na yen pe na yen ti ase no when we all start say police ni person okun a onku yen nyina say minister ne say e ye ono no excavator inti no or immunity say ono no immunity no cover say onko say ensase a he should prove with that immunity.
Yep.
Oh, remember ye mistake. Mr. Pamford can say no can be now or can presidential immunity as in Pacho. Don't make mistakes. Your constitution, you know, amount for interpreting wrongly because say omunim say Ghana form parking kind. Whereas Article 57 and 58. Now we have immunity under personal capacity as a president. Or say after leaving office, he can only be sued within 3 years of ceasing to be a president, which means say president need na konwa to ho na ochina you can sue him. But now man for be the beto was say after 3 years. After 3 years, it ceases. You cannot sue him after 3 years. So the first 3 years after he leaves office, that is the time you can sue the president because at that time, he is in his personal capacity. Office within the next 3 years after leaving office, you have every right to sue him. But Ghana for just say after 3 years because that was the propaganda that was going around, which was misleading and people don't know. And they say, Omampeni di na mamre na konya to ho after 2025. You have up to 2028 to sue him of every crime he committed, everything you suspect him to have done. But Oma 2028 you cannot do it again. That time he is free to go of any crime he committed. That is our constitution. It's enshrined in the constitution. But and we need to start doing those things and using the articles because here your constitution, there are so many things I tested. We have not tested it. Citizen arrest, it's enshrined in the constitution.
Yep.
So a citizen can arrest a person and hand them over to the security authorities. The only thing is
arrest the police officer.
If a police officer is
you can arrest everybody.
Him. There is citizen arrest. Is enshrined in the constitution. But when we say we live in a system where you hearsay, young can the radio swa, nature say in Nimbram, radio for no do propaganda, they don't read. They come there to lie. So we have to start doing this one by one. And I think, moving forward, there are some laws that will protect ourselves. And what say, so our people will know their right. Say, won't to mean international be meshow because your police station say bail is free. Now na police in here say what they saying about that is absolute nonsense. But so your person this year kofi near yisikani and police in some. You are as wrong as the person you are giving the money.
Yeah. we don't expose them, and we don't you knew you're right into BBA because any panel obi a na man position be a civil servant.
Yes.
Yen ye tuaneka, yen ye so me ye juma ma okay, ya bro ye mpel, and I said do you know, emrana ya shatu one say was say ye juma no ntimi nya. Free so, ye mo be from me. Enti omo ba na ye mo ye sum wo. Baby, they are supposed to serve us. Enti me frɛ extension officer na oba na obe charge o, obe ton nura ma. Also be guide meanwhile society pay free agric ministry ho. And you're posting about what the said they didn't exactly to baby or ban or tone in running gloves near the idea. Oh, yeah, any sign in my name. Yea, you can't home. You name the yen anyhow, I am mount soon. And no cheating all the time.
Yeah.
Me, minister, Ghanaian Times, a course of Abako interview based on. It's nowhere to be found. Always you communicate. And you see, Brother Churchill, I feel you are you. Election season. Yeah, election season. What best class
election?
Yeah, what best class media? So no, we are so buying so be my farmers say. Brother Churchill, I feel you.
Farmer no do where is the list?
Again, who arrival to that amount.
That's the point.
Again, who arrival to that amount.
Legend, where Oko Norfa. If you talk to the farmers in the northern region, are buying sika in the media. Say they could support the northern and the savannah regions to support them. By the time not farmers na indigenous farmers ne betise aban mesikano obekon yesi a cherry. You can have up to 150 farmers in a community who never receive a dime by a mesikano community num, and they don't know who got the money. Obekwa list numuno na farmer bia ono ti abuakwa in Ashanti region or Nuenya northern region sika ni din wa list. So this is what we do, and this is not pertaining to this particular government. This is successive governments, people, sections of crop of criminals in politics, I think it's about time we face them and deal with them head on, because if you say you're farming any idea, it doesn't matter how much money you take to home. So when ya obia obejina na we defend the idea na wo koye na wajuma na wo koye no will be in you will go to the gutters. This is a serious thing. This is national national security issue. This is a national security issue, but these people are playing it with politics, which supposed not to be.
I don't know make us a more beer on fat. Ne whole share a buying program. Any sa mania to a buying so.
David.
Start the farming now go through. Go procedure and as a person. Do proper practices. Suyanema at the pa. So wish your corner kakrebi krana. You'll be making it because your evidence amount for you. Me know to use the plan I may work for me feel I may every one. Say you be to say we have a bow, a grad have a go, snow beto. Ebe move on. Because me train nature. So say that nature. It was so invest now who share the right practices out the bay full. And then Mr. Pamford they have a break about generative agriculture and only Mr. Felix any other thing those are the because these things and there a buying be an answer government be an answer nipa bi won on dosa or baba be in the near future yama near mass sound. Because yeah population Ukraine was here force this year almost election So what you may be a muki can name omuya, a damn pa now for say a drainy damn pote pana omu drink Ghana. I say a baby BBS Wamagan. It's about them. And it's about the contract that they will get and the money that they get out of it. They don't really care about us. And I'm sitting there, I'm saying, say Yetimia Mudemanwaka Galamsey, now I call for over 4-5 terms. Not still at the cost one. Ubia sorry, Galamsey, national canker. National canker.
Priority when they come to power. They will
Ubia sorry, Galamsey, and so then a coso.
A conduit, a cash cow.
And then a coso. That means a deeper now than an old canoe. But China Mumu or the fair can or the fancy can.
Or they find Didi.
I was sorry, dear wise I said, no, these people and oh my, yeah, fine. I implicate my him for no munition. Omatons as Manasa, the afraid they would be a crowd no mako and I do not wako market and starting to do a month for near me. So, run so many places are and yeah, easy. So, but we have to fight. We have to fight. If you don't fight, Pama bro fully free room. Yet the more you invite you Muba. No Muba Ghana resources need be could you just free. You
deport Chinese for no Kotoka near Faka, Kushi Togo border near the
Omaba. They say, you can't see you're right, say it me too, baby, work at home. Kagana map like assessor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not for Ghana map for. I'm telling you, people don't have our nation yet done at their heart. They just, you say, but they are not doing it. Their deeds. Say Omundo Ghana. Omuni am I was Omundo Ghana.
Lip service.
Anyway, Mr. Charles Koso.
Mede Imponia Babato. When Imfonini Bia, Americano. Sanfonia in Yeneriano, and San didn't come up my show. Aya and Uncle said the Bia, and make I say, Momayan subscribe when I'm like in share. But yana mijidi se man kakra na wa wutie no esanse de wutie no esombo ma na wunya so emfaso ni ntino me sure say eyade e automatic senka de ebede ebeba but se no kwa no se wonye kra na mesrew like my why one subscriber na wa chirebe hwenso no one subscriber my enye siketua bia wo de ebo dwumade no with the budget and then ya kamitinya and kamidisa journalist ni ba ya and many saying ke obeba se edom ana se obeba no instra prem enti misremo ada ya mama yen subscribe na yen like ni en comment video no na enti majumade ni nkoso samfoni ya yehwiri yen mra yen sem so no ayembre na ye kan se Ghana must go no na na are huye because omo no tika we so say BC no enyomu ya na beduru fie tamo mduru border no bridge no mi yire fi bridge ni din satam na sanse ade asa na enwusie ni ne maniema na ayinti no omo ana o madida no bridge no sanse na bridge no fo mti no ebi mtutu na omti border di bridge nda di no na say the form na nebuye ne ntia pa no yeshe na ayai oh but the me the person me the besi say tamo mutimi beduru fie no oba ya bana no ho no wo fa wo mo ese gu kem e de o mo kokọ yenkura ne ba bi ho hia emu musa kodua kokọ no enti eni gsm say 1984 na ekom ne ba 83 no nyame ahirae ekom ne ko afede ne duane na sayire na sababa so we chere say o man Ghana sie kan ho bom because mo free Nigeria ne ba nyina no obi aba o fase kan no ko o maame ne o papa ene ne busuafo asase so no kodo de esi no magic esi no obi a free Nigeria ba na 1 million no mo ba na more than 1 million no free Nigeria ba de wan wudi okay o fase kan a ahyehyɛ ni firi wɔn nsuo tɔ ebe dum gya no wɔfa no akɔ dua ɔkɔyɛ fuo nti etefo aduane saa bebu yi nti mipa makyɛwada mum yɛhu sɛ ɔman Ghana sɛ yɛka bɔ mu no yɛyɛ biribi a unity wɔ hɔ yi no ɛde nkɔsoɔ yɛ dɛ ɛba unity legend makasa
na asoma okay na make us say the idea you advocate about akwantu bebree no yen crofo no mu jump bebree ko Nigeria no mum yemusa say mu ko ye enwuma ben na no mu ye ebi koye emema koye shoe shine ebi ko tun brodo ebi koye adwuma wo mfuo na wa transidring ho say only a few now no more teachers beginning teachers na na koye and amanfo from crofo ko and ebi ko ye mfuo ko ton brodo ko che ko ye shoe shine na ufri Ghana no wetra Togo wetra Benin no we run Nigeria say okwa tun brodo okwa ton kokko okwa tutun bro okwa ye adwuma we fuom all because naira no was rochen cedi no enye omo wie school omo ajo certificate and extra play mo so akoye aprapra wo London and omo ko prepare emirato ne ade wo hospitals wo Canada ne sania enema change be na abem change bi amemu ye change position keke but ye kosilewu ma ye enti lessons no be bra ye kanoziano we are not learning for some reason every time biano Ghana nino flow say ye die no e will be mine so dan onu ni krom it obe say ni krom no akwa be mine so akwa pesika asa be ni krom nyansa be de wo so who say krom no who say krom pesika e di akwa be mine so akodi pa na wasa de aba krom aba be enjoy now ba say krom ni ho a I mean, just a dream one old TSU. Boss, what that was
legend, the attorney said, but Jomotiminka. The attorney said, Unipana on said, you were 2 colonial masters. So your colonial master no, because you call no buyer or no D kind be colonize. NOCC before ni bia omo no be ye leaders a training omo nso no be ye supervisors iti the ono afa system no mo no jiburu ni di ni ye second ono no ye colonial master in our same dark skin and ye was senior colonial master no ni skin color ni ye different no na the ono no ye tuntum no ye dangerous chain the ono no kwesi kokko no because school need in a school them teacher ni catch them say what they said they were being ye uwia abrofu nyawa ukobro ni kroma ubeye ye into uwie school ko university e Ghana nyina 3rd year students na bisa say emudodo was saying and the teacher for enkan kire mo say ono no abrochire no beye ye because or your first class student because otimi tro otimi expressing ho technology na ye de ama no no onim said ye use technology no nti o de wo kwa abrochi a obeye ye ntem. That is the genesis of our problem. Akwala wo JSS na owie school no onimade a yes wonkoye science yen recommend any brilliant student bi aso nkoye Greek me wie school a me ka say me koye Greek teacher ni ano ye me headmaster eba fie be ka kire me papa say na wo ba no untu no fo no nkoye science a whole head teacher eba me fie ebe ka kire na me call secondary school science teacher efre me papa ebiem bisa ne say aden na wo pese wo ba no ya Greek na wo ma ne nkoye science because of me grade na science in a fatter me because every intellectual biano should do science and I say obi oye brilliant biano nkoye science. Now the question is Greek science no to me the science in agriculture is difficult than the science in biology. Niama bebre wo wa edin and said ye na no na Mr. Pamford can say ugina fuom na wo hwe edua na haban edua na nkasa o te se mumu anaso asi no ninsa na oyare na oti wanim na wo ye doctor How do you diagnose that such a person? Ontimi nkasa, onte kasa. What the pioneer warner, the obetia ni se bia obepeja no ho because ote yawo. But na no ontimi nka. It's about time say say the legend prescribing nyina no eye niama yen ya ye wa ha no yen pe kwan bi a yen so ye befa so say in our own small way, our rebellious way, I betimi dia rebel against and I say I started BB to forge a change. Say let's abandon the political class no. Na yen yankasa, how do we help ourselves to move forward? And the biggest problem no, because one will say the second colonial master ne dia two three mu say we are competing against each other. By a basunsun krunkrum mu dia was you when ye nyina yen kambom ne mododo mpaye, because a hot dear do one pie and never boama yet me achieve ya achieve. But when it comes to our own achievement, when it comes to our own infrastructure, our own agriculture, our own production, it is me against you. Because here go school no last day of the school obi a person tin the bedding o ma me beba because we teach our man hint say that day no be first and now be third nti o ma me abodu ku fita we di first o ma me kwa sorry okoda nyame ase the ono no ya mo ni din first second third no o duru fia yetimi san bo wo ma eka ho because wo no worry wo de anim kwasi abeka fie won nti all these things no have I won't. I prepare your adrenaline to a certain stage. Say, me Mr. Manu, ye bibi me pursue be a who say, me na me di kind, and Mr. Manu di mechi, and I say, me beto no kurana, ma pano ho. That competitive mindset, no, and my yenti main gini straight. Nanka Ghana, and I say, Africa president, bet me a stage, so I catch or say, or no, ne mine here better than Europe. Meanwhile, sorry, Europe won a kobobusia. Yeah, who said the anifri nifi and also who ye channel. But the question is, who ye channel in what way? Who ye channel prove it? And on the yasha see wahano. We want to prove the world wrong. Say we don't need to rely on the weather alone to survive as farmers. We don't need to rely on government alone to survive as farmers. Yan kasa and na Mr. Manu can the business side of agriculture no say we should make the agric sexy. The sexiness of agric and say Mr. Manu moa wo wasase ne ye sere Mr. Manu here esere de afidi ne moa nti woni Mr. Manu collaborate a oh boss we de me masase ne ye sere ene ma mindua feed no na me mfam feed wo moa no se de wo to aduane anka wo beto ana wo be krafi abonten no to free me ho na me masase no mfa so mmra so. That is the collaboration number 1. Sister Ajua Mansa beba say oh me wa restaurant me every day bia no me hiam ponche mienu ene Mr. Manu wo ponche dia beto wo ponche no nti every day bia obetimi a supply me mienu Mr. Manu so metimi ama but ebia metimi a sustain you for the first year echo second year no ebia per calculation me lose stock ene Mr. Pamford so wo another farm and you mean Mr. Pamford super boom Mr. Pamford if we next year kono wo we say won so share say wo supply sister asemasi until say me the beba stream so we interrun. Those are the connections we build and only the collaborative connections are ye nyina no ye susom na ye boa na se me hia bibi information bi na brakwamet wa ha menim se oye so much versed with information brother wona oye research me pa cho ade we na me hia ho adwene boa me ono so the research idea no not their support you na when your information that we hear how they be move forward but yen ye de ne say jack of all trade me pese me yen ponchi me ti say Mr. Pamford yen kunuma me din kunuma be ka ho mate say Charles ya abrobe na makodu abrobe ni bi enti jack of all me yen niam ni nyina bi because me pese me biti obia at the end of the day you will fail because you will not have time to even study the crops you are doing because of your competitive mindset now and that brings me to what Mr. Manu have been saying recently. Say, your bow would dinya, a dear now per se de Kyle. Your bow would dinya, a day now per se de Kyle. Me ubo me dinya will be a platform is will be a media quantimpo university graduate. Me nam quantimpo no musa media no. And when it comes to transportation and driving, oh frame me 12 midnight. I will show you the map of America. I will tell you where what is. And me call Ghana, my two me boys here Ghana, I study the Ghanaian environment, you know. And I'm building myself for my home. I'm building myself for my country.
Mm.
And nothing that Mr. Manu Wahabe catch say, and now okay, baby, say for the next how many years, name one no only ensuo to abo na beto ewia na bebo said drought in a bebo wa prepare ne ho owo nuane ode bema ne mboa e kom nde ne mboa no. That is where we want to get to, say by 2025 wonso obeka say me restaurant am e wo no say kom bow ehum ne betuo for the next 6 months me we aduane am de be feed me customers. That is where we want to get to. Let's get on board. Na yen collaborate. There be our shortcomings one. Ma yen who said the betting aboa now was sustaining business, because at the end of the day, SOS so amount for business shall see a fold up a good they are then you be then then we have no business coming here as a team and as a family. A strong family is where one's mistakes becomes another person's strength. Young build it from that point, and I think in our own small way we'll be able to make that change. Cocoa dia uko dia cocoa and bacho to ajunum dia cocoa dia bro dia banche abroben na obe dia tomatoes yenja sa almost so called cash crop no na yento ya ajunum ni ndua de be bantem ama yenye bi adi me da say
Ejado yeda senya winshirao. KB boss apete chirache. Boss KB bachotimika.
Boss, patch on me count.
Akwabo openi
Me just so.
bokode.
Patch on boko.
Say the say what ye the ekoso. Na enkomodidie mu no mire bi na wokem bia chire me. Indi say me di we na abeto no e ba be pion me pese me hwe bia wo adwene so wo me pa chawo. Sa infoni a hwe ni mfimfini o say should continue to rely on rainfall. 1983 Wednesday 8 April na say bisa 1983 eno mo twere sa de wo Ghana ye krata se mu na also try say obi bibi wo Ghana still na wo try to you na adenti na sa de we no omo twere sa de we mbere bi etwam na up to now I said yes ene uyi pipi a date ni from the 1st September 2024 go so but to you didn't tell me pacho
Well, tuntum for na kasa na ye wo wiase sese no. Most of us na men kasa ye nyina. Most of us no. Ye ndwen dache. So bebre ni ye dwen ni ye. Onse o de galamsey yi asem ba mu a. Se onim de wo soro kakra. Onim se sa paper sika ya ye wo esisi ya ye friend money no. Enye no na ma edipa eye successful anase se wo anu bebre ano no nkyere se wo ye wealthy anase wade wo ho when it comes to ewiase e wo ho sisi ya so ba ye tuntum for sisi na ye wo wiase na no afi ne ye hu afi ne wo ya adwen mu a ye no ya adwen ni nyina ne se wo sika na se wo sa paper sika we go bank i.e. CD no anase dollar na whatever no. Enti media me dwen ne se ye ndwen daache so ho na ye ndwen enchirima so achi eno no ni ye problem a ba akoso a ye wo sisi e ma me ma example me o Texas ha 12 years ago me bedru ha na Tarrant County District Water District na me wo mo no omo water region no omo farm on a contract for 2 years, right? Project a omo de me to so no na omo kope ensuo ewo baabi na ensuo na omo kope no enye ensuo a omo nom no even in the next 10 years o omo say in the next 125 years omo hu say omo nsuo ho asem ebete chima kakra enti omo ye preparation no towards say eduru saa time a omo be wo wiase no omo atimi ayusu saa de na ye no 10 years ago na me was our project no so enti na omo lay pipe from one place to ensuo bi a omo se saa ensuo no be de da no omo nim say in the next 125 years no saa ensuo no still be very good ensuo enti ho na omo lay pipe e de akope ensuo afri ho de aba Dallas Forward baby amewe so enti me hwe article here da ho ya de me dwen ho an se even saa tem kra no na ye mpanyimfo na na omo wo ho no omo dwen ye da ache ho omo dwen just ene e chena de ebedi so na brother bako e ba so ana oso mpese obekọ baby a ye de na ekọ no when it comes to mpanyimfo asem na ye kan bibi na aten se brother wo na wo ka se aban no ene no ne yen a sa statement no mete a na makoma kra ye me ya me ne nkrofo bebre aye debate wo ho aban no enye ne ye nyina even though say na to abadi yi wo mo no in that perspective no de obetimi aka say aban no eno ne yen a ba ye do mu ko gina ho wi a we expecting say enema eso mo ye na be boa the whole country not just themselves so by in this situation you know okoto abani yi omu wi a na okoso so a only choice the better evil of those two evils said they are na ye canon no kwa sankrofo mienu we either say obe pick ba kwa na obe pick the other one pick bi so aye den ya ye be yi enipa odi usu okromo nti ye wadwen say won to aba so a no so from frying pan to fire so enti aban no ene omonye ne yen perspective no ye ne ye omo ba mo koduru ho wi a broche akra ye we yes ya to aba yi omo wi a wo hwe na wo congressman wo senator enema bi koso a they have numbers out me free omo now all the grievance yina to ho amomo omo timi hwe no ma change mra na abia emra bi anke de beba kuro mu no omo hwe number of people omo wo omo constituency no mu na omo free omo na bi kura na person vote to the other way but the ye be fra aka no anasa ye fra messages a ebeja agu omo phone so no omo tie ni nyina omo wi a omo timi decide say okay this is what our people want it yen koda that side no ma vote to bibia ye vote to or congress or no ma vote to based on the crop for free or more person or yeah so until this situation only article we na da no hwe kra na was in a way ewiase babia is dependent on irrigation system for your food other na there be say you twen so irrigation system so brother anya say the last 5 years so irrigation system has been there since decades since ages until there na ye twen now the idea kobobosia in a Greek name and all this to say the name can 1,000 Ghana cedis per hectare. Now any partner farmers now or more Ghana hono hectares and do saying and or more land that up to hectares. So all this scheme no is to just go get money from somewhere and then come share it when it comes to it. Until we know me answer me the be ma wo say article with that since 1983 as 84 but oko into details are the extra ne say yempanyimfo na abako no omo ndwen ya dache ho that's pretty much the answer. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. And SOS see a penny the assembly Mr. Ferris free so okay can me the fina medrun so okay legend oni ejedu so far muchre bibia muchre yani so maka bibia bi edie na yebetimi aye
maybe there and I'm kind of from beginning to say we have to take drastic measures as a farmer, as farmers. A desperate time, and we have to act desperate because leaders are you say omundi anymore. Omuni interest e womakuma. And you know, so only interest where I come more. You know, then I ask questions, say, okay, if you say Muslim in cocoa, the dear benefit partner they bring me farmer. Because collectively, farmers in United States, young for so free cocoa in one, and then one in young for so free. And yet, no, not would be rude because be rude, money. Baby, I me phone one to baby, I moko no father mokotono. The quaning in our money, me hospitals, money, me school, money, me light, money. Nene sa koko na mo force me se me ndo. Why ni nya ho faso? Oh, nti me busa sa question na tse me nya bibi en free ade na me yie ni mu a eno so na ma dedicate me life. Ah say ni okay, me hye me phone tare kra na me ntimi fa ko raban. E se me ho bon, me farmer, ye mbume. Me food stuff so ma ye kra na, buja ma ni gu bush wo. I mean, competitive price and meton. And then me start to what also the country me say me to me for me grains no. And ko baby cotton e mumu no. Import a ban to so. Sesenia e was me force myself na me ton be crew. Me crew so me ton ade no so. Also allow my the import abemu. Fight against me man for pay me de no. Obi mpe me mo a me dua organa ompe me buru ompe me wheat ompe me bibia opɛ de different buru chiraba eti asɛ me price no a me we kura ase no na say me as a farmer no then na mo pese me. This is where make I just say I was here taking drastic measures because anybody be I am going say ye pesi ekufie ye koye mfuo ye there's big line ye ton sase ye say but ye dem rebi say be pia ye ya now what can be $100,000 would life savings do be how the power ko share what would be 100 acres of land what do grow why you be every when your contract to approach you for say obe package near ma de akọ ye say me fa sa near ma nko ton will look at if you look at so your tip price so look at for no eta abrochire de ye mpe wo de no e na wo de no suku ho e de na wo be so all these things play a major role in a kwa ye farmers e wo se ekon no no ade na wo se dunchi na menua no menua se bi huhu fa so ye nua biem e na wo wa baba betwa price ama yen because cocoa no mentimi nton ma obia mentimi even nton ma Ghana ni opeso ye chocolate or Ghana cry mean to me ton cocoa ma no me hu na e be che me
yeah
e o be be permission free ho it mean you biem ye nyina ya ma we another revolution ma for say hey e go for afi de o mani abere sika na de na mo de ye no mo ma ye hu ko farmer me ni cocoa scholarship me nya bi mo an fa cocoa board scholarship me police cray o kra no ntimi and show me nurses so to me to me. If you say Sikana would you and Cocoa just one sector. Yanko ye oil yanko ye gold for she gold they say galam say won't mean protect here. Because they say a day pana mudi a goodie a wo Ghana yinani a diabe wo Ghana yina ye sakano. A day na mudi yamaye. As a Ghanaians, again, I'm with my recently. My mother-in-law that Kolibu a year operation. Boss, now me catch road they go through pa.
wow
That operation 3 a.m. Doctor Abba Hospital within a be 2 hours. It was also sorry, I said 2 a.m. Now could trains couple said Doctor about 10 by 12 no free. It will be seen in there. Me see it. I'm out for hospital.
ano pattern no
And on 10, no, by 12 every year, 2 hours. Not doctor
No,
left
yeah.
from hospital.
well we in a shift
Ni pay somehow. Ye box amount for the 2 muka mu say yes am for mu kufie. All because now we the baby do need this intervention. Sani ye catch free hospital. And so a buy not that or send a friend not to play Muko South Africa. The 2 years not to play Muko London. The 3 years me see who Kokolibuene and a year the say and sub a year of prison in your money gloves. You have to buy it. Me see my wife of Ghana 1 week in you could do 1 week pay waba. And near a story or near more catch them. Was it Charlie? And Tuntumpa, there's a one guy I didn't know the coin. Unflow once in your area. Now imagine some Tio me catch us, maybe a farmer. Maybe they say kind of so any year, you want to be coming. Nama Paku Jina Hospital, CNC. Why never pay me?
No.
The hospital bed is for sale to the highest bidder. Hospital Mpana Tone.
Mr. Bathroom, no, it's 100.
Yeah.
To get the bathroom, Mammy Bina correctly, it's 100 CDs every day.
Yeah, you have to pay. Everything
100 CDs every day to use the bathroom, like BCC, Wamam. It depends on the key Kutan. Well, to your check.
Now, the same doctor, nobody 2 hours in our corner. You know why? Our private practice or private hospital. So one in the Kasana will catch and say, "Whoop specialist, whoop private hospital, or very fail." At the end, I beg you what to government hospital for agency for bear 1 week, 2 weeks in a year, within 3 days or by amount at a higher
really, private hospital. Me catch us. You don't put a have now farmer now who be a clinic nurse no or down up when you're not the book for side and no be yan in term. That's a can
no cry a man gloves
why they fighting for yen the farmers yen so most of them must say agree no any backbone of a chrono backbone pay backbone so the support way backbone na work the support away you go encourage the go schools but see am ye man mu ko school so me ye farmer here na make me dey back to school but I was here because you need am brain say yes why when you na so you know mu na ehye mra na ye say abasa ekrono omunyo madru say omu ye hu do no be bibia man we have to fight eba obi wa no na aka say obekun a obi aban ni sisu na person obekun against no we are fighting against the injustice and the ye farmers no inhumane injustice no mu ye now the journal ebe splashes are big news with the two paper so now try what try to say underline the over just over my tag go 2.5 acres them out to boom we are we been a jijo boss yeah hit me farmers make me I'm dead serious I'm serious man assembly can enya grow cause kokro bi so send ya homu boase production be koso
yeah
na you win na you need a lack issue a human foresight any wickedness.
Okay.
We are refusing to learn.
I think actually we say.
Oh, you hear more than that. You can't say become obia, but yes, say you crow. Why not let's why you go do the cocoa? Now the cocoa market. No almost was a determined price on the amount. Now Ghana cocoa to me could drew a world back and this when they transfer price because Ghana cocoa, it me the kono umunye scam farmer emetua ye farmers umunye scam metua enka yes ya buy no de enka or the scan overseas god anybody no dey anymore no business no grow no nim the orient or the cocoa no call world market no otumi me enfa a finished products ye industry say o magu no gihok ne canary no me ade nyina one magu companies na na one produce my enjoy ne man magu no and I'm also at the world market. World market again in your free home. We are not getting anything.
Legend opani a wode oman ahye ne nsa anase obi a wo ono di oman nanim kofa obroni se anase foreigner se ono mmebie refinery wo refinery ne nkyɛn a wo refinery ni si ho wa ma na mfa ehyem
Make just a borderline between leaders I select you mumudi anymore. Any year so I any year say person acquire entrepreneur. There's a person we entrepreneur because we dream crop for and I modify name creating name ID by your chrome. But name na block it the ma yenya no. And only also to because ideas and the plans and the sikana you know ya pa ya start ya the also ye dem ye ni aye no e be ya koye ni se ya nkoye ni mu dia sanya ye di about 83 and 72 the sad the same pattern you follow just plan on change but the same format nothing has changed. Politicians will come, politicians will go, they will come and lie, they will go, they will come, they will cast blame on themselves. At the end of the day, no, sika kobe so omwa na echefa. Nothing comes to any work ground like ye jumano. So watch the land, and the old land is saying, but they are saying, ebra bedru, ube fa, ube pump, ube abubu ya charging, libres, oko na uba. Akronfo now fighting now you see and the day we now have a still way in Anna. Yes, I catch you say we don't even find Kobe no. The price is saying your phone, saying that now Obi minister be nam a Kurasa can say me buy hanging a mania by the way in for because Safaman one found this half of for now. One of our better. By any people I say
na wa se ne kwan oni kwan ne kwan nye akwan no can't mean mba nti wo no wo de otutom na because wo be ko nti wo de grade akodwi so na wakọ ho na wakọfa na wakọgyina ho akotwa picture e de abeje fans wo bia aka chen se aduane wo akurase a ye de helicopter na kofa enye car na ye de ko Ghana trucks dodo send the good Ghana kwan so a eye road worthy e wo kwan no so me da bia me ka say some of the truck drivers in Ghana omo de niam free nkurase bakurum no they are magicians. And people, when I say it, people laugh, but it's not a joke because me drive a truck. And so we share some conditions be truck be our team any we are they far well load and regulations are not we don't regulate anything. And only maybe biggest problem here say Accra Kumasi legend what they wafa kwan so Accra to Kumasi be poor ben pa na wa Accra Kumasi kwan so catch them
I'm saying kakra bi just a see
what the
bisa
what the Texas to Ghana ho and me power Texas chain Accra Kumasi road because we free Laredo Texas now we call Arizona now we fa 280 ni so ewo back road a bepo a wobefo one kosoro kura no bepo ni bi wo ho about 2000 to about 2500 feet ofa Arizona now call Flagstaff a 6000 feet above sea level ewo Flagstaff baby a 6500 and no ya the 40,000 pound load e for sa bepo no but we bedu nkran kuma se kwamu na car bie a wafa cement na watwe ne axle no si kwan ne nkyɛn and no 2 weeks ne emefa ye obi akɔfa nka a ɔde ba kurum kuyani na nya car de na nka aba no car ne timi bɛsɛi ne ball joint bɛtwe na anka na gu car no mu na aporo na wo tutom na wo kɔfa car papa ba ko de kɔ akurase na akɔgyina ase bɔɔde abu ha manya bɔɔde fufufu manya banche fufufu no akurase ne yedi no wokɔ ba ko ba ye no wakɔbiem wankɔbiem. Oh, all these things. And yeah, to be honest with you, me, Ubisamia, one thing the farmers have to come together. Any so we need to start building warehouses for storage. We need to start storing our produce. we need to start adding value ourselves in our own small way. Say eburo na wadua na aba no mempre wo ho nton hata eburo no wutwa eburo no first season no the minor season ndua eburo bi mfa vegetables ne niam a wobedi na ma eburo no ngu ho because wudua nkuruma wudua mako na sika wo wo nsam a wo mpre wo ho nkoton eburo no wobetumi a store eburo no for a long time na yɛma nkurɔfoɔ ne mmerɛ. Then they will begin to respect you, the farmer. Say, wo home pre wo say wo beton wo no baye. Oh, niama we nyina ye strategic things we put in place. Say rebellion na legend can revolution no can. It's a strategic revolution. You need to be calculative. So we want to say no one calculating niama na wo dua wa buro no watwa asase ne baby kakra de adua beans watwa kakra de adua nkuruma wote wo beans wote wo nkuruma te wo tomatoes wo nhia sa wo be market sa nkuruma ne makoni ade no be bre wo sika kakra to survive whilst wa store wa hata wa buro no hata buro no ma ne wo na who said ye store a buro for a long time. Who said ye store banchi any idea who said you be dry no na why you kunkunte say starch na obe ya why you starch na wa store. On all these things we need to start adding value. Gary na obe ya Gary can stay for a year and say inti men pre wo say wo koton wo banchi no fofofo e wo market fresh cassava no a obi de ayi beto so. Oh, niama we are can we a farmer na buro na wadua ban ne say me export no problem me export but me de be animal feed and wo de ban na to me so no na my animal feed no na me de akoma farmer the only poultry farmer my me poultry feed na me de ama no and I say me ne poultry farmer no wo collaboration enti no me dua ne senya poultry farmer ne beto enti wo wa ban no wo ban na mfa me ho me ne me yonko no ye poultry no ye wo that network no so these are some of the things you bet me a on the ground in our own small way to build ourselves, to make ourselves very strong and solid. Because Chrome I am for who slashes ne harvester ne combine harvester back it be why $800,000. Yes, combined harvester na wuhuno. Akesia no the big combine $800,000. Me kofa tools ne niama wo John Deere. Tractors na wuhuno enketwa no kra no brand new enketwa no enkete na eno eni carbon ewo so no e be 27,000. That's the cheapest you can get with John Deere tractors no farm tractor and obetumi afa small plow. All these things where the wuhuno farmers no cooperative. The government give them grant to buy those equipment. Into equipment no ya will be or no omo na operate equipment no. Into wo wadro buru no or no the machine be siswa or dra ebi wo wa sandan ho zana ye go school ni your friend is zana oji aduane na wo say madam zana into wo papa ba besra wa na wakotua into afuo na ye do no ono no ye do a ye calculate ni hectare na wadɔ no 100 acres 200 acres na ɔwɔ deposit a watua oni bi a ya market because a cooperative ni ya bedua ama no machine ne bɛdɔ adua ntiafo na wohu na bom 1000 acres no ebia ye be 5 farmers ɛna ɔmo dua buro wɔ saa side hɔ ɛna machine na ye cooperative machine no ye at a fee nti otwa buro no na ɔmo harvest no yetimi machine na nkasa quantify aburo dodo a ya harvest on the farm. Nti obia ne de na ya che na silos no wo ho ye de akogum uton a na ya tete afrim e de ama combine harvester na wo hu na nya one farmer dia machines na wo hu na nya farmer ba ko pe dia wo bi na obetimi ato a fine ba nya obia na wo bi nti ye wo some warehouses in the silos they have machines attached to them. They will come and do your land, they will harvest, and then they will help you to store, to preserve. And only idea is that Mr. Menu can first and he say, Yenka your home, your networking. Yeah, know your biggest problem, your networking, no, because you're networking, all bano, or no be networking or China. Oni Mr. Menu aye network or say Mr. Menu Iraq or Ghana but and will be only share Juma say na the yiri timi na yira sha se ko Ghana ko di 1 week which means Juma na mo ma wani nko ho because only share Juma ya sia na na yiri ko Ghana every na yiri timi ko di 1 week ibai na sabi mpredu asa me ne won kan bo mu na oni me yira brabo You only got to know my life when we came together. Oh, inti sa post judgment and pre judgment na ye wono. Yen free sa mindset num. Na yen hu ni say adwuma na ye koye no. Say wonje wo hu ni a, me I always say it. If you don't believe yourself, don't go into partnership. Aha, say one kasa wo gidie wo forma. Na want to mean trust in nipa, don't go into partnership. Because me bana me ni Mr. Manu be ye adwuma no. Me je me hu di say me nye ma adwene say me be ye no bone. Inti me nwene so no be ye me bone. Yen shas yen kakra. Now fe yen build that relationship, you know, because that is the only lifeline and your how we can come together with our limited resources, you know. You be building a formidable, solid team, be stronger. Because say Mr. Pamford, say or ye ni conservation agriculture, or chile, or no ye be a ye hu. Now catch them say one su no. Now what ye be we failure, which means you did not ask questions. And I said ye can went ye. And I said, we are why say, oh, koye no wabe bruno so with the competitive mindset, you will fail. But say, yeah, no, you know, yamfasa competition na ma. Near say we are building a formidable force. Mr. Pamford, Madonna Elfuno, I had a medu, Minyan saying, Mabunia, in Yanuguso, Michuan Yanuma, Minjangusu, and Amense Sanko Winchain, or Bachelor, the SS away. Those are things we do to eliminate our downfall near our failures. You know, when you go alone, you can go fast, but you cannot go far. But when you go as a team, you will not go fast, but you will go very far because you complement each other. That is the solid foundation of a teamwork. Yen nyina kamboma ye betimi aye. And ye best say revolution no started from us. Yen share your revolution na say. Yen share say we can do it. Yen patronize ye ho. Na yen jai unnecessary questions ni we no sa unforeseen suspicions bi amfa bibia amamu no Mr. Manu amenimu no ha na menimu no said the oti we ono ana menimu ne da bia me nkonkodwene so ochina mehia Mr. Manu bi ani skin eye white ana say oye okita Caucasian da bi me nhu Mr. Manu bi ade menimu na no eno ano no asa we should leave unforeseen questions to themselves. Na yem focus on the yewomu sisi ano investment no ketua bi anim wo ahoɔden ne 10 acres obi ahoɔden yɛ 1 acre obi ahoɔden yɛ 2 acres but sɛ meme de me 2 no bɛjoin ne wo deɛ na wo 8 na ayɛ 10. Mr. Manu de ne 10 ne bɛka ho a ayɛ 20. Mr. Pamford de ne 50 ne bɛka ho a yɛkɔ 70. So when we join forces we can make a change. And that is what we want all of us to do. Yebesere medase me fancy am won say obofo Pamford aba.
Ho ana Mr. Felix so timasa aba stage bi o. Enti em say the be ne say yakasa ya ko 2 hours. Yeli 15 minutes bi be kan ona Prof, what am I check? And I know me the question you cry by. Prof, Mr. Onano, Mr. Pamford to cancel the number also to home now. Into me patch wada. I want to join this group. No me patch uko Facebook or share SOS ya obehu yen. Wo de o comment ya wa send ya bre me wo SOS platform so wo video bi asibia no. My answer Mr. O. Bo modern ne ko hwe questions ya na say o comment na say me the answer to Mr. use email. So we email send yes so Facebook Messenger never contact me. Me say baby prof. Me ya pass still now because one request here say o person oba. Send yes dey me fa me number na to ma see here. Why? Any problem. Me and my Mary schedule me number na to ma see here. O tire wi a no me hu na me ye free so. Mr. Pamford, mpacho akwaba. Akwaba bi o kafra.
Usro number na fa me de nto na me nsuro bia.
Yeah, Joe.
O de usro number na fa me de nto on contact me do number be man.
Mr. Pamford, you
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pamford.
Yes, sir.
Yehwe enema se de enema si ko na ejedu makasa, Mr. Manu akasa, Mr. First akasa, KB abekasa, obia abekasa. Sisei anya abawie. abanesa but ye etetre ena journalist ne twere saa de no minu mi no ye kasa o 2024 next year ye pese yenya anyina abundance edie ena wo se ye openi medase.
Okay. Me watch ring na meetie. Me say oba live was signal na ese wo so. Enti afei na maba the usual place and me ba no na nsu yo to ha. Timothy de bia wo ekira mfa nche na no kwasem wo ne say ofa adum eba be wie sisi a no mo ka asem bi say any kwan say rely on the government.
Me pacho nya
No.
betra mam jese me misro kafra ani die mo prof me pacho me de number na to nti me se o twere wi no ama me ho so wa twere wi medase mzaba for to me kasa.
Okay. Any point say rely on the government because koko asem ne no baya asem ane ye kan no baya asem. Ye betumi industrializing na yenya solution to ye no baya esay ne bedu ba bi na ye pa aduane kora dia yenya bi ni na ne boa ye den. Akwan ba isu. Yes, koko ye backbone of this country's economy. From Ghana ha ye wo koko bi a boom in hectares ya da ho ye o man ne dia na se bi ni ho sa
Me pacho me
bi ni ho sa me
ni
boa
mu
yes okay ye ni bisa the individuals asem bi a ya na me mpa kra say peasant farmer me mpa bi ate the individuals who have 5 kilos 10 kilos 20 kilos 50 kilos 1 bag 20 bags any ye keka bo mu a ebenya that tonnage na abrebia yenya you boost yourself of. So it is up to young individuals na yeba na say Mr. Edukan Sembi me masa say yesre Mr. Menu eye mponche sabe ya masase no so be ban faso no Mr. Menu ene ama me nua sre ne mo na wo so to efiri me ho obi nso so ye aduane Mr. Menu me nso me pemponche enti ono nso ba be fa e de free Mr. Menu ho. That is where the industrialization starts or begins. But ya na yen yadwen ni say chese wo konya bibi kakraka bi di si ho se wa si bibi asi wa ansa na ya frɛ no industry. It's never true. Cocoa industries no ko nkra se ya shell nkete ya ma so a ye de kwa akra ya kwa Habo Street ni ba bi a ye kwa ko save cocoa na ye to nyina se ya holo ni nyina gu ho na time bi do a ya export ye o ba bi sa eye kakra bi ba na ye hu se sa quantity we e se export kakra bi ba na ye hu se sa quantity when we are talking about industrialization, we should never think of just say you could see a dan kakraka bi ana we. No, aduan nankasa nso di. Enti say you patronize within ourselves, but then the bibe go. Ebi ntimi go ho. Ansa kra na sika no atena your community ni mu anase atena your mind ni mu. We have to think of okay, sometimes there may be a food shortage. Enti kwan ban ne ye befa so a ebetimi asave de ne ewo ho ye abundant ni bi ne na ochena ekoba se si ye shorto aduane ana ye shorto enam ana ye shorto we a yetimi akofa de edi sie ye no na ye de aye bibi wonim bibi. In the sight of God, there is nothing like surplus or there is nothing like waste. Share yefa Bible story about Jesus Christ, the messenger and go for kan bra o ma mema mpim no aduane di ye no ase no mo sesa ni nyina esan boa no. So in the sight of God, there is nothing like surplus or there is nothing like waste. And so you nipa na wote ho na waste ni omo bebrebe you are not in the likeness of God. Wo nyoma wo feel say nyoma we is surplus you are not being like the normal being God created. enti etwa se ye ma ye ni ye dey e ba ye ho so na ma ye rely bebree on aban ye mfa ye destiny no enhye ye yankasa ye nsam because sometimes because of political affiliation any neoma bi na brother baako bisa say sa 1000 cedis aye ka ho asem emu nipa dodo san kra na beso mo so ida Mr. Edu or brother na okasa recently so emu nipa dodo san now we are going to give sa neoma to nipa omo ankasa kra they cannot call themselves farmers. Why? Because adwuma na ankasa yeye no wafuom no ono onye bi say nipa no ono ankasa woni sika oye self sufficient te say yemfa say si amemete hai say ko ba se mihia supporter mihia no eye sika kese but a ban nkete like I need let's say 100,000 200,000 ne sa anwoma na sa support no yen yapa ho enti se ye bo ba bi etwa se ye ni kwa sa farmers na ye nim so omu ntimi nya hwe no omu mum na se add value to adwuma omu ye to boost them. Maybe to go to fast radio adaka ba ko de bremia before say e bia afe ne beso no maybe use ba ye be say e bia let's say 10 boxes in a year. Wow. Sa 10 boxes no ko fa ba ko de bremia onya hwe but obi won so ato ba ko pekura wontimi nto. Those are the people we need to look at. And almost because you almost say, bibi. Until let's support each other. Say they offer do ye day. I can't no. The why I support in the ye the enim be ba near the aba be chere. Of a man no be chere from Ponche. Francis a be chere for an MP. Mr. Felix enemy so ye chere for crops. Sa nim die way unya school. But you're churn her for free, and people are paying huge some amount of money to come for this knowledge. Just will be free US now a bagana or ya bibia or buy a center or buy business side you even the plane ticket in Kwankra sign, but we are giving it here for free. Nina your support now your day money beer. Into Mumayan sum na yen hu se o man no ensem and our individual will kwan bi ebetimi afa so a yebetimi begin with something no yen start bibi na entimi moa emo man no nye dey entimi nyina na se yakase ye de destiny no hye yen krofo yinsem de a de yebegu amnam na abrosem ba ko wom trim se ono nim se mbedi 4 years acha 8 years se o start se o ye bibia anya ade no eso faso no bebo ama no so they think of themselves enti moma yensum na yam wampanimfo na kasa bebre enti me de manu besi ha
wow yeda se nyame nhyirawo hu se yen papa ono so abejon Mr. Charles akwaba
ya emiano nso we de me wadwuma mti no menkasa nche acho mbichia obi amsamenu ne omo mpanyufo amos mbichia obi a
eje so
acho obi ate menka de
kre
yete wonka
acho we de emse kakra bi na meka dia aye ka no kakra me beti ye ne ni amsmetumi di aka ho ne se on se ye hwe you na you free mu na sisi a ne ye 16 region ana brachas dem se me no ye kruba akoma Italo na ye free ho no mo no Italo no 21 region 21 region no mo wo me ba ho no study and research am here ni say region bia no ewo ade o mu produce de ma country no o ma amfa ni say obi am produce ade bia sa akwa iki uko bi ti say Lombardia Emilia Romagna Lazio yakata Lazio ni ye Rome no region ni din ye friend say Lazio no yeah obia odi produce and akọ Veneto no hora Venetia mo ni ade ade no wo no omo so wade omo produce oho no se ne dia no omo produce omo produce mama leather na ye de ye empaboa ne bags na obia ba Italian bag no
yeah
Veneto Vicenza mo ni ade ade no omo produce sa ade no na ukọ Verona nso a Verona no mo so e produce aboba na ye de ye 4,000 no Verona ukọ pa mo pa aboba no asa na oba yen ya ye middle no Emilia Romagna no so na factories no yen ye smaller metal works no ne de akwa Lombardia, that's Milano no mo nso dia produce ships any ade no enti ekuro na hyehyɛ bibia de also me na aseɛ hɔ no e kasa aseɛ hɔ a from Rome ɛkɔ no Napoli Palermo mo ne ade no ɔmo nso de ɔhɔ na ɔmo dua ankaa ne tomatoes ne ade na Ghana because of that Ghana for mbu Italy so hɔ de tomatoes ne apple na yɛte no ɛso me 15 years am di no Italy no me hu apple dua ba kokora da apple dua se me hu ba kokora da so wo hɔ Italy the apple na mote tomatoes na mote nti saa de ni nyina na ma yen kro no ye farm kra na ye mbu ko watu kra ba abrochi kwa so de wote tomatoes ne apple na wote ade na mdiko free oho no mo no Italo no ye ka say Italy no farmers ni kita kro no to the sense say omo ankasa tumi abie supermarket omo friend say co ni nyina ye farmers ne dia che say cooperative no omo friend say co and omo abie omo ankasa small supermarket and omo ankasa so abie omo ankasa banks e wo ho no mo no enti no at the end of the day no brother be mentioned the BBC here, that's the perfect word also so no was asase no see on to me bibia also a ne de so bia Mr. Manu me was asase me de medua nwura na metwa de amount the same thing na Italy omo ye obi wa na asase no ndia he wo so efu grass na no watwa na abandon no ton ma farmers no na adwuma o ya no good it no minimum de but de na make an say that cooperative no omo kano platform I was in Mr. Obe SOS ni ade no people can group themselves about 20 or 10 groups yeah wasas this is just a suggestion I'm dey be femu keke
okay
emponchi na wo ye no e dey be assistance na wo hia do you want to go into what processing the meat to bistake and friends beacon any sausage ni ade ana okay machine obe hia ne boy ye sen say then the cooperative will sit down okay this month you know obi produce and provide ebia pepa mcho mi wa adwuma mu ti no
okay any anona do fono esro ye akaka kreb na ye edwumadi na abawi ye esre se wa on subscribe ye twen okay Mr. Chasawa
mi wa adwuma mu ti no bia me twa sisi e bia this obi nipa 20 no obi amfa ebia 5,000 Ghana cedis ye kaboma is quite a good amount yakota machine no ya set up the amano ya boare mna ye the next month no we there na pese wo ye ya ye saa de no nipa kro no ontu eni e bia the brother Charles Becker ya I don't know say bia onim Italy 2004 2005 kama the pamcho we dey major mo anti no next week remember be can the same thing na pamcho why
not yo ya tell Mr. Charles that's it and then na for wa on subscribe Mr. Charles channel Mr. say mon subscribe man no na ye ne di no ba no boa ye ne di no boa cause tama na SOS ye pese 1,000 subscribers no opay mu opani ya mo hu ne no kasai onu afa ne phone wo share abontia no maka Mr. SOS channel die subscribe my na o ma subscribe nti o yes akwa fa yeduru bi na YouTube system no show show YouTube system so say a computer in there side nti ono no me subscriber na computer na side system na reject subscribe no because nipa baako otimi me subscribe be immediate no nipa be 5 no group o na o ma subscribe nti basa na eti de me pa chene say mo me subscribe na yemfa moa yedi no bo a eno so ye dey eboa ma dwumadie bi ye bia ye dey ekoso Mr. Ferris.
Yeah, Mr. Charles.
Kafra o mejawo tiri ache kafra.
Oh, man, how?
Ye di wie no sise yaka bia na ye pese boboso because solutions ni de eja ewo esoro but ye na pese ye di ho bobo ni ho kwan ye nso no ye betima ya awareness nti awareness ni aye e na pese di ewie odi twato na ewie obi an kan de na afi ye mfansi me da ase
Where the Mr. Krofaka Sapa
no correct
but the crash be kan ho. Said there is nothing under the sun. I knew.
Yeah.
The template is already there. Sanya Sanka, Obi Ankofa, Obini speech and be ready.
Yeah.
So, into the template is there. The here so be found one modify in such a way I will be to me a day I was all the war country.
Yeah.
Into Nadia do better hono. In Penfunim that Obia name, everybody knows what is going on. So, but a Bruno Dawson. Majority of the politicians in Bebrenako school outside.
Okay.
They know what is going on. Obiani. Biobecatcher so nim ya was all yeno. Well, now selfishness no I know na or Ghana no. Men pet. So because I'd never heard of that. 2022, say European Union and Ghana about 44.7 million euros, and as a pounds or say whatever it is, to euros for irrigation or northern region. But I say saying. So, in Sabani, this year, I say you DH party, I forget it. The day be I say we are retrogressing instead of going forward. So, Michelle, those time in the 80s. Now, if in 80s, but 90s, no man na ekoso hopa na up to this time. Into me maintain this annual man. Yeah, name ya. Last night, me can say, Ghana had a system that was helping the farmers. They call it Food Distribution Corporation. The Food Distribution Corporation, ne farmers, be a jumaga crowd. All of a sudden, you will be a star program. I could see it. Farmers went back to zero. Mudianoma, Yehuniako. Cashew aba na farmers go so. Sunflowers aba na farmers go so. Na to say no be brave na farmers DH. At the end of the day, na be your moka. Because promises in the dozen, all the rekoshima, no one share na wakoboka. The template is there. To be frank, so what's a water cycle? Well, some of the things that contribute to water cycle, majority of it in air trees, in the water bodies. So, Senebeye in Subeto, na winya, Sudia, near was all the other. Water bodies a walk room na in Dria, Sisi Hono, Abuapa. Na yen say Yendria, na yes say Yensuno. Opa say Sutoma. It's not going to happen. Na sa sanity dia kwan benso ne yebefa so na ye make sure say insu a ento no at least we can still stay in production. Na last na me can say that situation we no enya Ghana nkwan na SEO even America it happened in the 60s. They faced the same challenge. They call it the Dust Bowl. So now Dust Bowl no in the western side of America no They face a lot of problems in the agricultural sector due to drought and wind erosion. A destroy farmers product they went, yeah, but they learned from it. And then they came up with what they call the conservation services. So 2000, friend, in the 60s up to now, they are still doing it to make sure that their soil is conserved, the water is conserved, the forest is conserved, the soil is conserved, the air is conserved, everything is conserved. Programs upon programs upon programs to make sure that everything is right. Now, what did we do about it? Then the people are going to be making sure that no NCBM. So, and no show the difference between the white man and the black man. So, maybe you can say black man here, black man here, black man here, but that is not the case. We are knowledgeable. So, we are knowledgeable. All the Western world now is developing in majority of it were blacks. But why say you to mean develop a younger say chrome? Near making sure say things are better for ourselves. I feel funny. So selfishness, pull me down attitude. Because you be here. Those are some of the things that prevent our progress. Until the Senior and Pennyful cannot. Each one for himself, God for us all. Senior, adia woya ebebua no, eno na woye. So, cash crop so ya ne yenuan eken. So, there is a definition for it. Bam de bia meka say cash crop has to be defined by the farmer's perspective. So, because those standard definition for cash crop no, and age maybe. So, the farmer has to define what is a cash crop for himself. Near money sikano, and then in the cash crop. In Jordan, also answer, you want to be detective. I'm saying this is a cash crop, grow this cash crop, grow this cash. That. Near me, ebwa me emma misikano. And when I'm my friend cash crop, because I didn't discard me. Nya will be catch him say mindia.
Yeah.
So, it's no farmer no say or doing because it would depend on government and you are wasting your time. It got to a time when people were cutting their cocoa. What are you gonna say? So what are you gonna say? Because it is happening everywhere. So when you support every government, why say? So America has say Nipa farmers get a lot of support. So a lot of support. But unfortunately, no. Farmers in Ghana really don't get that support. This year, no, 1,000 Ghana. So, Mr. Pompo says, so you're ready now, go Jody. So, a very critical pass, I will say, individual farmers, omojin, a kwanya, umbutimi abo, mwankasa, cooperatives, you can answer me, partnership, you can answer me.
Yeah.
Very, very critical, very, very important. So, a bit me abo, ma wo for friend, operation akosro. So silos are sema yeking. Because how do you store your grains? So how do you store your grains? Now who farmer as an individual no to mean here. That is why cooperation and as a partnership no ebem no. Tractors na machineries are sema yeking. Nebu yedin unto me. That is where partnership and cooperation comes in. So government in the tractors are now nipa ba kopa akoje akohye fie no wa park wo ni garage. So, government in the nya be a beboa. So, nya be a beboa. Yen as a farmer, no, think about how can I develop my own farm without depending upon any government resource or programs. And no, so you have to source help from private sector. Senior our friend, Mr. Pamford, and anything, more those are the individuals that also contacted. Now she come be fast but the government party. Me who say government, me who say Ghana. Say ye the politicians say chia enye no. Me who say me who ya che papa. Mfiangasa the politics I don't mean person make once in the break because minim say nya dia that my dream it's not going to change. It's not going to change. So nti no wo na was so changing wo now dream kwan ya obefa so develop it. And the kra meeting the kan. That's
wow. Yeah, that's it. I mean, sure. Eja do ni legend mpacho eja modi efie mpo modi kakra be so na afi
mame nkwa ansa na legend aba bacho
yo
ehihye I mfi akonwa
ayi una na wo kan wo se mananko wo se osika no but me timi kan
yeah I say ko
I
anse you know okotu quotation na yeah say ko na fi ne ye kinkan ko eja ana ye digi esika no ya unsa kwa na no ate obeyiwu ye besre emche yakasa bebre yesi eduro ebejewa ya trema asopa encha asemte kakra ya che ne ya no se ye hya ase se ye de ekwa adwendwene mu na ye hya ase a the revolution start now and it starts from here. Let that be your catchword. Say and and when TB be akrana, you should know say the farmers' revolution no starts now and it starts from here. What can I do to be part of that revolution? Me part me play ni saying. Me dear ni say me information. Ebeboa. Me dear ni say me research. Me dear ni say me form a partnership. Your brother Felix kan ni nyina no. If you listen to him very well, he touched on every fiber of networking na ebeboa. The legend manu ni ye kan ye no utia otache on niama ebetimi asesa the mindset and then the industrial the agricultural revolution utie Mr. Pamford he touched on vital information inti yen nyina no obia wo role to play inti by next week na ye beba no obia hu de ono baby ono betimi ahye ase afi na afi ye hu de ye kɔ na storage there is important wo ya de no na wonni wo storage plan what the best store near man say yeah biane say yeah bibia then you are about to miss out nti ye nyina no yenhwe na ye hu say de betimi akeka ye ho abom na afi ya define yen yankasa ye cash crop in our areas na ye hu niama areas no wo oba America ha na wo kan potato America ni bia nim say wo bo potato so Idaho onim sɛ woka aburu a ɛyɛ Nebraska, Kansas City ɛne deɛ kanka ho sɛ woba sɛ wopɛ construction for mo yɛ construction adwuma ma no so ani a wontumi nyi Texas mfiri mu because Texas ɛde 3 days bɛ build wo interchange within 1 week a wobɛba no ne yɛ change kwan no the face of it and I drive through the country I know some of these things is obiara wɔ deɛ ɔyɛ expert wɔ mu nti it brings me back to Mr. Menu saying, I can't that because that occurs as I wrote it in my books. He said, when your name is mentioned, what do you want to be remembered of? Obo California, you say California for upon omanum bebrebe ni shishi ni nyina no because they have the agricultural manpower, they have the muscle because omu dua nnuane. So so obia wo na hoɔden baabi na hoɔden gyina wo nso wa hoɔden ne sɛn wo wa hoɔden ɛne sɛn nti hwɛ baabi a wa hoɔden wɔ na yɛn keka hoɔden ne mbom if you say electricity no akosombo turbine ne tɛn a generate power ne de ma wire bi breki a wire ne light ne nduru fie transformer bi ho ka nduru fie nti wo de ne yɛ den wo yɛ wire wo yɛ transformer and now yɛ electric pole obia ho hia in the ecosystem we need everybody together we can do it the ono de adwembone beba no ne yɛ piana to baby the ono de eyi beba no ne yɛ wɔ no nkonsa yɛ piana to baby let's focus and let's deal with people who have the mindset of change not people who have the mindset of backbiting, enmity, or create a townful. Many Mr. Manu Kasenti was when in Kokasa, many chas in your fine, into was when in Koyaka, there be and yet no South soon soon you fan build your mind. What the tia busua mu kura ye free meeting aye mfrɛ because we are concerned we are 19 twitwa ni we ni papa. Let's eliminate those people and forge ahead. Together we can do it. And me, that is the only thing I can say for now. May that say legend, Bacho.
May I say, Ansana legend, Bebem, and fa de kitu ebi en chatu go of Amano Casavia, Yan Casabi. Said ye, now of a do air come, and a mammy abum kakra. Oh, say, Mr. Charles manager, pa serious because the agriculture and rejuvenation platform I attend, me who say Mr. Obi about investment. And Obi Oha, why not dreams Obi invested in farming, especially maybe the Amebano, it was crop side. And Mahu says Sadi and Beba. But I'm sure previously challenges I face na yes solicited because of Nimdia Ukraine tier. If say a lay person could face such challenge now, obey them. So I spoke with Mr. Obin, say, we me electrical engineer by profession. I know there may be your Juma, Mr. Charles Okratu, Majuska. I know there, no doubt about that. But sadly, we at the Hokwa. Sabeda Hokwa, men kwam de be Majuma de, men fasa no and shaman kwame. So I want to open a platform so that will be a problem be our nefu mubiano. Yes, you emphasize our platform no in see home one until buy na. I had to say also what that pattern is a major be out to. I support it because you both I say you beat me up a job mine and they be do this level now and your mom your platform so name the nationwide and I day in Sadi and some faso enti ya kambo mua ya ebe medamasi.
Wow, Nkabo. And the jet also say let's do with people. Now we try and so until there no problem. Because now me pay topic about the entrepreneurs which in Yampa the actually yaka. It's open age we are na if you so legend.
Yo, with the send last Friday because of Mr. Obin program no. You two way share then there will be a dealing with Niaba. Niaba better adwene. The only say the air Kenyan say enipa wo ndi ya ukro na ndi etinka ne papa mu no zenka omomudi enim no hwe say ekroma no bedi the more ekroma no di no ene kro no so bedi because the kro no homa emma no they say ohini bia anka ye de o subjects any the measure senior ohini no senior wotie. So now o subjects na phone omunye aduane ni omu bre no mu ha o ohini no na to me be na wo. So yes be tackle the free say ye ni e wa nyina ye ntimi mfiti prekupenga say e was a Ghana ye say e was a Ghana ye say dem no e dey na ye betimi aya ye the bell lift ye hu ama obi e say okay sankrofo we omu wo enisuade hu omu wo adwene bi da omu tirimu a amadi omu ye nyina no koso pepepe. And for this thing to happen, that means say ye ma aban bia na say opani bia mbe impose bibia and share so. It may no wa agree ma. Other than me obi be impose bibia share me so say fertilizer we na o say me fa. Ediaba we na o say me dua. Abra me wo freedom me timi dua di bibia nti no find a niche. Obenya say okay, so di we a me ye. Obi any control me so. And I met me at home with Chrome. Me di be ye. The time to Mr. Obendaku and ye di anymore. So there are so many things that we can do. The government cannot do anything about it. Now, ansana wanu bedru jompano. Now wabase musu edu. If you don't have money, you're pushing for crack. How much more send the episode do? And you have to find ways yet products a be left to higher community be a won't be an amount of the away and who go in him. It have no kind of voice to get people behind you. So it's their products with Brio. Right now, no, we divided attention now. Oh, Gina buy now, Gina, I buy say my export grains be into how we lose to fight no already. So true to say high because you are there, the advantage of true and fire, and we are still moving forward. That is how we have to think. It we and we have to find ideas and plans to stay above the storm. Near moving forward. No say and then I buy a travel because we are thinking ahead and far beyond what the schemes no name now. So that is all I will leave you with. But because but you have to start getting fire in your belly. You know, my phone show me and I don't have more research, why any more no so many avenues. I'll bet me don't be piano affect you. Because why just I drive now every day piano it's easy for you to give up based on systems no much channel. But if you have this driven fire burning in you don't be piano. There's no way out there brew back unya betim. And never could be the anyhow big D as a farmer. Oh, yeah, then ubedi. You are doing free almost so they move forward. Oh, maybe I can 72 up to now. Nami 2 years. Oh, if you wait out, that's a so we don't have to think about them and yeah. It's the same thing, Mr. Obetre. You know, and there was a skeleton, you know, my dress and a fancy dress, you know, with that die. Bray, crowd with that friend, you know, for the individual one say we have to resilience. Now that is where I had a static free. The issue, you know, together. Yeah, we are resilient. We are resilient. I buy this many say now, dear now, baby. This is where you come in. The Western Union, this is where it comes in. So now it's action time. And yet the TV break. Action. We have to take action. You know. To Mr. Charles, I had a debate for a yeah, that's it. So on my home on my platform, you know, pour a heart out. You buffone. Yeah, I didn't have so because on the first day of September. Yeah, that's it.
Legend also made us in a preview na oye Friday food to near the din in Yamanema in your so with us. Na waka say we intinisia de bibia to aso na me de we kakra na eche na wo kan sembi na jedu so kan sa asem no Mr. Pamford na mukasa obi an minimum common multiple no ade we si we eye koko. Legend, could you believe we say me call fear November no? And me call him could you so me call phone and call me by na me TV by. You TV by no, and I may yes me dear. Ma hata nye hwem didi ai. Tibi to amana me ne nkwala na me se o me nyina nyimbo. Ana ye hwe. The koko no ye yi o. It was July near the breme. See the cocoa nedro. It yes, mum you say you were dear, you can fantica say you was ye.
You was ye.
That's it. Eti yenyano yetisika kokoso. Yetisika kokoso. Na
we can stop with stream now and make a massive.
Ayeka. Ye woti sika kokoso ntimi siremwada. Ye de another topic beba. No so die. Me say wetimenya journalist na abana abe. Yedi besia, yedi ebejina so na yedi en nkomo. Yera masinyame nhyira mo. Mo a mo subscribe to the channel no. Mo a afere mo be subscribe. Mo a mo baso a mo like immediately. Although mo ni masama ye beka. Mo a mo share. Mo a mo support we. Mo a mo SOS community WhatsApp community. Mo a mo money gise mo kan ho asem. Se be yanim so ebeti bi. Ene mo a mo de mo se chire no. Mo hia ya mo be frɛ nyina no. Yeda mo nyina ase. Nyame nhyira mo nyina. Yɛbɛsɛ ahyia. Yɛni timetable ɔyɛ face, but munya botere. Menim sɛ YouTube de nka bɛnya nka wonya face timetable ananke, but emre pɛm no yɛbɛtumi anya ɛno nso nyina. Nti munya botere ma yɛ. Yɛda mo ase. Nyame nhyira obi bia. Yɛde bɛsi ya. Wo a pɛ sɛ ɔne yɛtena se di nkɔmmɔ no so no, wotumi fa link no so ɛde ba. Yɛda mo ase. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
One more question.
Why?
Brother.